of high school, but sometimes the difference between dropping out and finishing is a boost.
I sort of got messed up into gangs, and this one girl named Maria, she just told me to get my things straight, and ever since then, she's been there for me.
10 real risk students are filming their year, so you can see what it's really like trying to get through high school. Go to boostup.org to see their stories, and give someone you know a boost, so they can finish. High school is hard. Graduating is harder. Brought to you by the U.S. Army and the Ad Council.
Time Clippers down 2. Griffin on the wing for 3 and the win! Oh my goodness! We've got a winner! LaFree! Yes! 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 For the count! Yes! Buzzer! Yes! Yes! Oh! Anthony Davis! It's in 4 seconds. Here's his move. He spins an off-balance shot. Wins the game! Oh, that way. Curry swings it the other way. He got it!
Stay up to date on all local sports in the 209. Follow us on Facebook, the 209 Sports Facebook page.
Hi, my name is Aaron, and I'm a survivor of mannequinism. Mannequinism is basically when you turn into a hard plastic shell. They say it's from not being politically active. For me, it started when I didn't register to vote, and then I stopped volunteering, and before I knew it, I wasn't doing anything. And that's when I found the first sign. A small, discolored hard patch of plastic on my right shoulder. I thought it would go away on its own, but it didn't. It kept spreading. And when I could no longer conceal it with a t-shirt, I knew I had to see the doctor. He said I had this early stage of mannequinism and that my only hope was to get involved, even if it was something simple. So I began reading the newspaper and instantly got feeling back in my arm. I guess you could say I'm living proof you can fight mannequinism.
Protect yourself from mannequinism. Log on to fightmannequinism.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Alex T. Spano Center, home of the University of Pacific Tigers. Today's matchup features the St. Mary's Gales and the University of Pacific Tigers. Hello, everyone. I'm Jeff Dominic, as well as you all should know by now is the man, the myth, the legend, John Mark Vaness is joining me. John Mark, hey, man, what a great matchup we have here as, well, let's go ahead and backtrack. The last time you and I spoke and the last time we were here was a fantastic game between the University of Pacific Tigers and the San Francisco Dons.
The game of the week is more like the game of the year. Coming back on a 13-1 run, mostly by Gianna Summers, who was 16 of 16 from free throw line. And just an incredible game. The crowd was rocking, and a great way to end the break and transition here into more conference basketball.
That last game was absolutely some sort of weird buzz because the Tigers were down as much as 12, and they went on a 13-1 run to end the game, and where we saw the University of San Francisco Dons have 4 turnovers and go 0 for 4 and only 1 of 3 from the free throw line was absolutely amazing. It was a great joy to bring that game to you. It was I don't think I've ever been that excited. I remember my voice cracking 32,000 times. It was a fantastic moment.
It was incredible, and that put them in a 4-way tie now. It was an 8-way tie, now a 4-way tie for first place with BYU, Gonzaga, and Santa Clara. So a huge win for them, and they can continue that. I think they are, with the tiebreaker, they are at first place right now, and they can continue that tonight against St. Mary's.
You touched on Gianna Ulu Summers, the junior from San Francisco, and she went 16 of 16, as you mentioned, from the line, had 21 points. She was 2 of 5 from the field, but yet she wound up having 21 points. That's pretty remarkable when you look at statistics. Doesn't happen very often. But she's also shooting 93% at the free throw line in her collegiate year this year. Heck, most NBA franchises want her.
Oh, I know. I mean, you think of some of the greatest players in the league, Shaquille O'Neal or Tim Duncan, who can't make their free throws. And here's Gianna, who can hit, A+ from the free throw line. And that is such a strength of this Pacific team. And she is just really leading that charge from the free throw line.
The Pacific Tigers are right here in front of us. They'll be going from right to left as you'll be listening to us tonight. We'll get you to the lineups here in a little bit. St. Mary's on the well, here's what I'm going to, before I get too far ahead of myself, because I'm very good at that. How concerned can you be, and should you be, that Pacific looks, or the emotional letdown after a game like the Dons? What would you, if I'm gonna ask you, John Mark Vaness, to put on your coaching hat and tell me, if you were the coach, how do you keep that emotion level? Because we know head coach Bradley Davis actually is a very level guy. I mean,
he is.
You put him on the court, you put him on the court, and it's one thing. You get him off the court and you talk to him one-on-one. He's a very level. Doesn't seem to be one of those guys lets the emotions get ahead of him.
Well, I don't know how great my credibility is as a quote coach, but
hey, we're armchair coach. We can sit on the couch and coach all day long.
Hey, that's true. Anyone can be a coach. No, I mean, to your question, yeah, I mean, I think something to keep their heads level after an impressive comeback victory against the Dons is to realize that you are still in this 4-way tie for first place, and that could go away in an instant. That can go away in one game to where you lose that confidence, and all of a sudden that momentum you had goes down and down and down by game by game. So I think still realizing that you're in the hunt. There's teams nipping at your heels. The Gales are one of the teams that are trying to climb their way back up. They're in a 3-way tie at 3-3. So I think in order to keep the level head, you want to look at it as we are in first place, but that could go any second.
So, I mean, we've got about just around 10 and a half minutes before tip-off, and of course we've got the festivities prior to that too. National anthem, everything else. So we will kind of talk about what's transpired here. As you mentioned, both teams coming in at 8-9 overall. The St. Mary's Gales, they are 3-3. These 3-3 in the West Coast Conference. The Pacific Tigers 4-2 in the West Coast Conference. St. Mary's, they have a lot of good talent, but you always have to be concerned with certain players. Megan McKay, the forward, she always seems like she could be a double-double every time she turns around. 11.9 points per game, rebounds per game, she's at 7.7. You also have Sydney Raggio, she's at 10.2 points per game and 7.2. To me, right now, you look at a team that doesn't score a ton, but they do score, and if you're not careful, you can't look past any team. And we've said this many times, and if Coach will emphasize this as well, Coach Bradley Davis will. West Coast Conference play, everything's up in the air. Doesn't matter. That's the way that they are.
And everyone's a Division I athlete, right? I mean, doesn't matter if you're on BYU or Gonzaga, or if you're on Pacific. Everyone's a Division I athlete. Anyone can come out and have a great game.
St. Mary's recently, they just lost to Gonzaga, and we've seen Pacific can beat Gonzaga or in Washington. So right now the St. Mary's Gales coming off of that loss against Gonzaga. It was a home game. St. Mary's actually just came off of a 3-game homestand where they saw likes of San Francisco, Portland, and Gonzaga. They won 2 of those 3, and now they come on the road, and this is a team that away, they are 4-4 away. So for the Tigers, you have to expect them to start off fast. And what I need, and this may play into your keys to victory for Pacific, but I'm going to probably upstage it here a little bit, not intentionally.
No worries.
But I need to see 4 consistent quarters from the Tigers.
Definitely.
We want to talk about the last game against San Francisco, and we can, because it's probably what I'm going to do here for a little while, is the last game against San Francisco, the Pacific Tigers won 63-60. They had a good first quarter. They scored 18 points. Second quarter, not bad, but if that's going to be the quarter that's your low quarter, I can accept it. The problem is that they had a third quarter where fortunately they let one team only scored 10 points. Well, they only scored 9. So those 3 quarters, we're looking at a team that that was not finding their shot right away. The fourth quarter, obviously, that's when things just went absolutely insane.
Right.
So, while, this is a team that in the last 4.5 minutes, they were down as much as 9. Next thing you know, and I've had this conversation with plenty of other people that just aren't really necessarily in this area, and I say, hey, if you're up by 9, how do you lose by 3 with 4.5 minutes to go? And as soon as I tell someone the stats of 0 for 4, 4 turnovers, and can't hit a free throw, that's how you're going to lose a game.
That's how you're going to lose a game.
So my thought is that, and once again, if you didn't think about this, then you could definitely use it. You can always put this part in there. I want to see 4 consistent quarters of Pacific Tiger basketball. I need to see it. I almost need to have it in order to feel like this team has turned that corner, which I'm feeling they have, but I want to see it.
Yeah, and you look at a lot of the games they have played where they have been so close. They've lost by 6 points or less. When they played Montana State, they lost 66-72, a reasonably close game. Last game against Pepperdine, 58-59, they lost by a point. So, I mean, just everything you're saying basically shows in the scores where they had either a tremendous start and don't finish well, or they tried to come back in the second half and it just doesn't work. So they definitely, I agree, play 4 consecutive minutes of good basketball, and that's how you win. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. So let's see how they do in this game.
Very true. And something else, obviously, you can hear it right now. The band is up
Back
and
in action.
live.
Yep.
We are excited to have them. So we will, they are fairly close to us. And, of course, we can't ask them to turn down the volume like we could turn down our volumes.
Right.
But we're excited to have them back because I think they play a big role in it's the home court advantage.
It's momentum. It's the home court advantage. It's good knowing that you have your student body behind you and they're cheering. So
there is that little bit of a buzz going on right now for Pacific Tiger basketball, not just women's, men's as well. Last time, I threw this out here the last time I was on air, is that the last time I was in the Alex G. Spano Center, the last 2 games have absolutely been exciting.
They have been.
The men's game against Pepperdine was absolutely beautiful.
It was.
I laughed, I cried, I still enjoyed it. I gave it a 10, a flippin' 10. But
it was fun basketball.
It was absolutely fun basketball. You had Jack Williams, who, by the way, we will keep you up to date on the men's game because they are playing the St. Mary's Gales in the Bay Area, so we will keep an eye on that game for you. But so there was that game where they won 85-80, something of that nature, where you had T.J. Wallace had 25 and 10 assists, which he's never had that many assists in his career, which was absolutely cool to see, be able to be a part of, watch it. And then you also had Jack Williams, who had a double-double, 17 points, 14 rebounds. The kid was all over the place. He was definitely a spark. It's something that you needed against a team that you should, I mean, on paper, if I can play it loud enough, you should have beaten, and you did. A little bit more scary than you want, but you did beat them. And then, of course, the women's game, you can't really say anything else behind that. That women's game was, like I said, I actually had a chance to talk to Desire Finney after the game, and I said, you need to watch the game on our station. You'll hear my voice is cracked probably about 4 different times because I was that excited about everything. So, I'm looking forward to this game, but I hope it's not as close as it was.
No.
Let's be honest. I mean, I think I've called too many close games here lately. I think I need a game where it's a blowout and the Tigers walk away with a game that's like 85-60 or something like that. I'll take that.
We just want to see a good game. We don't want boring 15-point games. We want a good game. So.
Well, I can take a 15-point game if it was on the other side.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. If it's Pacific giving you the 15 points, yes. But we don't want to see any blowouts and then giving us a heart attack as they try to come back in the last 2 minutes. Even though they can do that, they show they can do that. We don't want
it. No, we don't need it. Yeah. We don't need it. And of course, I think and I look at that too because I look at the Pepperdine game where they lost by 1, and it was another game that we were talking about. We just talked about it. The consistency wasn't there. Well, did that game actually turn that corner? Were they able to show that they could compete with these teams? And then the USF Dons, where they could have folded.
They could have.
Being down by as much as 12. And then they turn around and win by 3. I mean, these are the things that I'm curious about. The other things I want to see. I like them in a full court press. I think they need to still learn the full court press, but I like their full court press right now.
Most definitely.
It's been one of the most dangerous full court presses I've seen in a very long time, other than the San Joaquin Delta College Lady Mustangs that do a full court press, and I think they probably are to a T in the full court press, but I think Pacific runs a great full court press as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Bradley Davis, second year, new system, and really showing how dangerous that could be if they choose to use that in the future.
So as we get closer to tip-off, about 2 minutes, 51 seconds from tip-off, John Mark, I'm going to ask you, as I do every time that we're here, St. Mary's, I'm looking at their lineup right now. They have 2 sophomores, 2 juniors, and a senior in the starting lineup. What are St. Mary's the Gales' keys to victory tonight against the Tigers?
Well, just looking over some of the notes we have here, one of the things that they have been struggling with is what we've been talking about for the last couple minutes. They need to have strong finishes. They start off very strong. They've had halftime leads in their last 10 of 17 games, and they've outscored their opponents 337 to 282 in the fourth quarter alone. But then they get outscored 329 to 285 in the fourth quarter. They got to do a better job, as Pacific does, of finishing strong. I think that's going to be huge for them. Also, I think
1-6 record in games decided by 5 points or less.
That's right. And I mean, UOP is struggling in that area a little bit as well. Maybe not as bad, but as well. Another thing is, we talked about momentum. They need to shake off their momentum of their recent loss to Gonzaga, as that kind of helped. That dropped them a little bit, and they need to come out with energy and with fire, especially on this road trip, and get a win. So I think that's going to be huge, I think, for the St. Mary's team.
Now for the University of Pacific Tigers, last time we saw this, we saw one player in double digits. And normally when I say that only one Tiger player was in double digits, that does not bode well for a victory.
Not at all.
We got lucky on this one.
Right. That's
Pacific
not going to happen very often.
Keys to victory.
Keys to victory, I think, something we've talked about all season long. From their free throw range last game, they were 21 of 23. 46 of their 63 points come from going to the foul line. We talked about 16 of 16 for Gianna from the foul line, scoring a game high of 21 points. And I think that's going to be huge, playing to their strengths of getting to the foul line. Those are easy points. Those are free points. That's why they call it free throw. I think that's going to be huge. I think also, we talked about this a lot last game, someone needs to step up and score, because last game was way too close for Gianna just to do all the scoring, even though she did. Someone else needs to come up and score big, whether that be Desire, whether that be Ellie Segura, Unique, Emily. You got a lot of people that can score. It's a matter of who is going to score. And I think that's going to be huge for this Pacific Ball Club.
Gianna Ulu Summers, she hit 16 of 16 in that last game against San Francisco, the most free throws without a miss in Pacific program history, and the most by a WCC player in a game in conference history. It also is the highest in the NCAA this season.
And to add, she beat her assistant coach, Amy Fairhole's record of, I believe it was 12 and 12. So that's always fun when you can do that as well.
Also, Pacific ranks 9th in free throw percentage. Let's go ahead and step aside. The national anthem is about to play right here on Pacific Tiger Radio Network, 91.9 FM. We'll be right back.
For sure, Pacific Tigers. And now, ladies and gentlemen, you please stand and remove your hats and join our players and coaches for the playing of the national anthem presented by Valley Pacific Petroleum, performed tonight by the Pacific Band's guitarist, Tree Band.
As you can tell, that was close by because it was no more than 10 feet away from us.
We had a nice little rock concert there.
We did. Where was the lighters? Where was the... So thank you all for joining us as we get ready for the starting lineups here, brought to you by 209 Sports every Tuesday from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. You can hear myself, Mr. DJ JOD, Mark Idleong, as a plethora of other people that may be joining us that night, talk about not just the Pacific Tigers, but all around the 209 area, as we try and do as much as we can with what we got, and hopefully everyone can tune in for that as we get closer to that. St. Mary's Gales, led by head coach Paul Thomas in his 11th season from Wayne State College. His assistant coaches are Tracy Saunders in her 11th season, assistant coach Allison Fastnatched. I hope I said that correctly. I apologize if I did not. That's in her 6th season, and assistant coach Lisa O'Meara in her 4th season. On the court to start everything off, number 10, Carly Thomas, the 6-foot junior guard from Eltham, Victoria, Australia. Also you have number 12, Sydney Raggio, the 6'1" forward, sophomore from San Bruno, California. Shannon Malden, number 14, the 5'9" guard, the redshirt senior from Emeryville, California. Number 21, Stella Beck, the 6' junior guard from Wellington, New Zealand. And Megan McKay, and I've talked about Megan McKay before, the sophomore from Canning, Australia. Once again, if I said that incorrectly, I apologize. The sophomore is 6'3". A lot of Australia, not of New Zealand. If you're not from the California area, I don't think St. Mary's wants you sometimes. But 3 players out of the country coming in to play for St. Mary's also. For the University of Pacific Tigers, as I say that, Emily Simons starting for the University of Pacific Tigers. Number 5, the senior forward, 5'10", from Doncaster, Australia. Ellie Lopez Segrera from Barcelona, Spain. The senior 6'2" center, also playing, in the lineup. Number 15, Gianna Ulu Summers. We've talked about her a lot. We plan on talking about her hopefully for a very long time. The junior 5'9" guard from San Francisco, California. Unique Coleman, the senior guard, 5'10", from Stockton, California. St. Mary's High School, right down the street here. And of course, Desire Finney, the 5'11" junior from Berkeley, California, rounding up the order for the University of Pacific Tigers. Once again, the Pacific Tigers are led by head coach Bradley Davis in his second season, but as we've talked about before, he's only moved over one seat. He's been an assistant coach for a very long time for the University of Pacific Tigers. His assistant coaches are Amy Starr in her second season, Amy Farrell in her 7th season, and Alexis Thomas is also the assistant coach in her second season. The St. Mary Gales are wearing all blue, red numbers, and red trim along the side, and it also says St. Mary's across their chest. University of Pacific Tigers wearing all white, orange numbers, and it says Pacific across their chest. They'll be going from right to left as you're listening to us. So we have the tip about to go underway. Desire Finney for the Tigers, and looks like Megan McKay will be doing the jump here at center court. Once again, 4 quarters about to get underway. Thank you all for joining us today here on Pacific Tiger Radio Network, 91.9 FM. The Gales take the opening possession. At the top is McKay. She gets it inside into the post, laying it up. No good. Rebounded, tapped out of bounds. Last touch by the Gales, and it'll be Tiger basketball. The person on the shot was Stella Beck.
You know what's so amazing just about Emily Simons? The height differential between her and McKay, and just she was able to just block that shot and get the ball back.
Emily Simons has the ball, gets it up to Ellie Lopez Segrera right at the free throw line. She'll take a jump shot and hits it. The opening shot, Ellie Lopez Segrera.
Yeah, when your bigs can do that, hit from the perimeter, you know it's going to be a good game.
Carly Turner with the basketball as she gets it inside to McKay at the post. Try and lay it up, and good. Gianna Ulu Summers wants to push the tempo. Kicks it out to Desire Finney for 3. Well off the mark. Unique Coleman, right place, right time. Tries to lay it in. No good. Right off the front iron.
Well, Desire had the green light to shoot. Great shot. Couldn't get it in. Unique tried to bring it back. And no good. But that's a shot you can take. Make it 9 times out of 10.
Malden with the basketball. Kicks it out to the top. That is Sydney Raggio. She'll try and get it inside to McKay. McKay once again gets it inside and lays it up for 2. Got to find a way to get her double teamed here.
That's 4 straight points for McKay now. All coming from inside.
Gianna Ulu Summers with the basketball. She just passes up to the front court, gives it up to Emily Simons. Simons thought about giving it to Desire Finney, kicks it back to Gianna Ulu Summers. Wanted to drive it in, gives it back to Emily Simons. Got McKay jumping, but called for too many steps, and that was not McKay. That was actually Raggio.
Simons tried the pump fake. It's a nice look, but takes too many steps.
Just getting underway here. 8:30 to go in the first quarter. Gales with the basketball and try and get it inside, and there's going to be a pushing foul as McKay that's going to be on Ellie Lopez Segrera as she's called for a pushing foul.
I don't think Segrera was that happy. She had her hands up, and it seemed like the defender ran into her, but the ref must have saw otherwise.
Raggio inbounding the ball, gets it quickly inside, trying to lay it up, no good. Rebounded, controlled by Gianna Ulu Summers, and a foul called. And I believe they're going to call that one on Raggio.
Just shows how versatile Gianna is as a player. Small, but gets in there, is scrappy, and gets the rebound. Great rebound there by Gianna.
Excuse me, that was on Beck. Gianna Ulu Summers with the basketball. Tries to get a high screen and roll. Gives it up to Emily Simons. Inside to Ellie Lopez-Segura. Will spin. Dribbles it once. Little hook shot. No good. McKay with the rebound.
Well, it's been battle of the bigs between McKay and Segura here early.
And Turner wants to go ahead and turn on the Jets. Wants to get it inside to McKay. Gets double teamed this time. Gets it inside. Tapped around. Stolen by Ellie Lopez-Segura. And the Tigers will not push, but they will have numbers if they wanted to hurry. Gianna Ulu Summers wanted to drive it in. Kicks it out to Unique Coleman. Coleman wants to drive it in. Changes her mind. Gives it back to Desire Finney. Back around the horn we go. Emily Simons with it. She'll drive in. Finds Ellie Lopez-Segura, but it accidentally hits the foot and turnover Tigers. Turner with it. She'll try and drive it inside. Trapped by two Tigers. Kicks it out to Raggio. Gets it inside. Finds McKay. McKay had an open shot. Got better. It found a open three. No good. Rebounded by the Gales. Malden with it. And they will reset.
Great job by St. Mary's to bring all the defense over and get the open three.
Malden tries to drive in. Finds Raggio. Back out to the top. And around we go for three. No good. Rebounded by Gianna Ulu Summers. This time she's got numbers if she wants to push it. She'll drive inside, try and lay it up. Off the side iron, no good. And thrown out of bounds a little. Actually, it was Malden was not expecting the pass that fast, and she will. The turnover goes from the Gales back to the Tigers.
Looks like Raggio will check out. Number 12 Raggio will check out, excuse me. And a couple pairs in for St. Mary's.
Emily Simons will inbound the pass to Gianna Ulu Summers, who hands it to Unique Coleman on the far side elbow. She tried to drive it inside, gives it to Desire Finney, who tries another three, but wild shot again, and out of bounds goes to the Gales.
Desire trying to find her shot early. That's 0-2 from the field goal range for her.
Turner with the basketball as they go from left to right for the Gales. She was tapping her head, calling out the play, gives it up to McKay at the top. Around the horn we go once again. That's to Beck, back to the top. To Beck, who's on the corner elbow three. She decides to go back to Turner, who almost loses control of it. She'll drive along the baseline behind her back. Almost took too many steps. Tapped out of bounds, last touched by the Tigers, they're saying. And if you can hear the groans by the crowd, as they were not happy about that. As it looked like, truth be told, it looked like Brookshire was the last one to touch it.
Well, it's so hard to see things from certain angles, but you can see the ref was right there, and sometimes they see stuff that we don't.
Inside pass to number 21, Stella Beck, lays it up and good.
And with that shot, St. Mary's goes up 6-2 with about 6:15 left to go in the first.
Desire Finney with the basketball near the corner three. Gives it up to Gianna Ulu Summers. The Gales were in a 3-2 zone. Once again, another inbound pass tried to get touched by the last touch by the Gales, but another inside attempt to Ellie Lopez-Segura goes for naught.
Pacific 0 of their last 5 field goals here, and they haven't scored about 3 minutes, so hopefully they can do that here as Gianna gets the ball.
Gianna Ulu Summers with the basketball. Desire Finney kind of took a tumble, but that was on her own accord. Ellie Lopez-Segura tries to do a reverse layup. No good. McKay with the rebound. Hands it off to Turner, and the Gales go the other way, and we can already see Moriana Clayton's going to be checking in here in just a moment. Inside pass to McKay, but she is fouled upon that inbound entry. A foul by, once again, Ellie Lopez-Segura.
Well, that seemed kind of like a weird foul call. It seemed as though number 21 was passing it inside. It went out, but they called the foul call before the ball went out.
Inbound pass will be along the baseline. Long outlet pass to Turner. Turner gathers it and starts to call her play. Unique Coleman is guarding up, matched up against her. They wanted to get it inside, but Emily Simon is doing a great job. Tigers are once again using a 3-2 zone. Tried to lay it up. No good. Rebounded by Unique Coleman. That was number 22, Devin Brookshire, who we've talked about her before. She last time we saw her, she had a double-double against the Tigers on this court. Desire Finney tries to run inside. No good. Rebounded, controlled by the Gales. Off the mark early. That was Devin Galland, who gathered the rebound and has actually kind of pulled it all the way up court.
Desire Finney struggling a little bit, 0-3 from field goal range, trying to find a shot.
Rebound controlled by McKay. She tries to lay it up, no good. Stolen by the Tigers, and it's going to be a jump ball, and it will be Tigers' possession. But early on, we've got a tough game ahead of us, as it is 6-2 in favor of the Gales. We'll step aside here on the Pacific Tiger Radio Network. 91.9, Gales leading the Tigers 6-2 early.
Hello, son. I'm Dean Rubin from college. Here to invite you to join us this fall.
Me?
You've always wanted to go to college, correct?
Yeah.
Well, here's that invitation you've been waiting for.
Joey, out of bed.
Wake up. You can't dream your way into college. There are actual steps you need to take. For all the steps, visit knowhowtogo.org. Brought to you by the American Council on Education, Lumina Foundation for Education, and the Ad Council.
In a world where your tires are your only connection to the road, one man, 4 tires, free air. An epic battle against underinflation, tire damage, and even tire failure. In the ultimate fight for properly inflated tires, the warrior gives his heart, his soul, to keep those he loves safe on the road. Tires will inflate. Money will be saved. A message from the Rubber Manufacturers Association.
$4:59 to go here at the Alex G. Spano Center. The St. Mary's Gales leading the Pacific Tigers 6-2. And early on, it's been a little bit of a shooting slump for both teams, not just for one. But the Gales have been a little bit more fortunate so far. Gales shooting 30%, 0 of 2 at the three-point line, but shooting 3 of 10. Pacific Tigers only 1 of 8 so far here early on.
Yeah.
Jeff Dominic along with John Mark Vanez. Thank you all for joining us tonight.
No team seems to be doing that great from the field at all. And we'll see if anyone can heat up right now as Chelsea Leidy checks in for your Pacific Tigers.
Unique Coleman with the basketball. She tries to get inside. She kicks it out to Gianna Ulu Summers. 13 on the shot clock. Gives it to Emily Simons at the top of the key. Back to Unique Coleman. Unique Coleman could have shot the 3 if she chose to. Gives it back to Emily Simons, who was at the corner. Gianna's going to try and drive in. She does a little bit of a circuit shot. Rebounded by Chelsea Leidy. Lays it up. No good. Rebounded, controlled by Emily Simons. Gives it to Gianna Ulu Summers to reset the play.
Great job by the bigs to really box out and get that rebound as Mariana has the ball.
Mariana Clayton goes baseline. Tries to reverse layup. No good. She kind of looked around for a foul and did not get it. Gales leading the Tigers 6-2 with 4:10 to go here in the first quarter. Malden with the basketball, tries to get it inside. Goes around the corner, around the horn we go to Beck, to the top. Gets it inside. Bumped. Shot. No good. Rebounded by Emily Simons. Looked like Raggio tried to get it over. Chelsea Leidy on the fast break. She tries to lay it up. No good. But an offensive foul called. Chelsea Leidy is going to kind of walk away from that one, and she kind of looks a little in disbelief. Great job by Devin Gallen, who took that charge.
Yeah, Chelsea Leidy trying to do what she does so well, cut and get that foul. But great job, like you said, by that St. Mary's player to get that foul call for her.
Malden with the basketball. She'll try and get it inside. She's going to be fouled, and that was Raggio. She'll go ahead and go to the line as that shot was attempted and no good. Tigers have 3 team fouls so far. Actually, it's going to be probably 4 now. That was Mariana Clayton with the foul.
0 points here for the Gales in the last 2 minutes and 33 seconds. For the Tigers, 0 points in the last almost 6 minutes. So a little scoring drop by both teams.
Let's see Naja Queenlan check in as that first free throw is up and good. Raggio hits her first free throw, and Emily Simon is going to go ahead and take a much-needed break after playing just a little over 6 minutes here in the opening quarter.
Naja Queenlan, the junior out of Sacramento, California.
Second free throw is also up and good. So Gales leading 8-2 here early on. Gianna Ulu Summers with the basketball, and she tells Naja to get up here and help us out. And starts to get the play set up. Unique tries to get it inside, gives it back out to Gianna Ulu Summers, gets it all the way up to the top. Winds up with Naja, hands it back off to Gianna. Gianna will drive inside, kicks it out to Chelsea Leidy. Leidy pump fakes, tries to drive it inside, finds Mariana Clayton, almost loses it, gives it to Naja Queenlan. 4 on the shot clock. I hope they notice. Naja's going to shoot it up. No good. Rebounded, controlled by the Gales, and that's Gallen, and a foul called.
Looks like they just hit Mariana with the foul as she was running off. Kind of swiped at number 21 Beck, and they're calling the foul on Mariana.
So now the Gales are just going to go ahead and hit the free throw line, and looks like, was it Beck? Yeah, it was Beck that's going to be step at the line for the Gales.
It seemed as though Mariana was trying to run off and kind of swiped the arm a little bit as she was running, and they thought it was foul play, and they called the foul.
First free throw is up and good, and Mariana Clayton checking out, and I don't think head coach Bradley Davis is happy with her right now, as that put them in a penalty situation with 3:10 to go here. Second free throw is also up and good, and we'll see Turner checking back in for Beck. Carly Turner, the junior guard. So it is now 10-2, a 10-0 run for St. Mary's. Naja Queenlan with the basketball right at the top of the key. Gets a high screen from Emily Simons.
Pacific just trying to find someone who can get hot and score here.
Unique hands it off to Gianna Ulu Summers for three. No good. Off the mark. Rebounded, controlled by the Gales. That was Shannon Malden. And an offensive foul called as we see Unique Coleman hit the deck hard. Actually, that was Naja Queenlan. Excuse me. The 30s and the 20s kind of matched together once you started looking at two and far.
On those jerseys.
And it's not like they're wearing wearing almost the same kind of setup. They both are wearing the long white leggings. The only difference is Unique has the knee brace on the right side.
Right, and then they both have the same bun too.
Exactly. So it's the only difference is Naja has a little bit more of a color into hers. Gianna Ulu Summers hands it off to Naja Queenlan. Gets a high screen and roll from Emily Simons. Gales
Also,
playing that 3-2 zone still.
Tyler King checks into the game for Unique Coleman.
Tyler King with it, gets it inside to Emily Simons. Emily Simons will try and do a little bit of a back fadeaway jumper. No good. Rebounded, controlled by the Gales. Devin Brookshire with another rebound. Carly Turner with it as she goes from left to right for the Gales. Calling out the play, matched up by Chelsea Leidy. Up to the top and around to Malden. Malden wants to get it inside. Kicks it back out to Turner. Turner finally gets it inside to Raggio. Raggio tries to lay it up. Stolen by the Tigers. Gianna Ulu Summers may try and push this one. She will. Tries to lay it up. And good. That's the first points of it in the last 7.5 minutes. So with under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter, the Tigers finally get a couple of extra points after a long dry spell.
Nice little Euro step under the basket shot by Gianna Summers.
Malden with the crossover. Tries to lay it up. And good. So Malden answers back for the Gales, and the Gales lead goes back up to 8.
Both teams still trying to look for their dominant scorer in this game.
Tyler King with it as she just throws it out of bounds. Tyler King thought she was looking for Gianna Ulu Summers. Ulu Summers was kind of turned around and wanted to try and get its play set up, and Tyler did not see Gianna Ulu Summers not looking at her. McKay checking back in for the Gales. Gets it into Malden. Malden is going to be double teamed and finally gets it to McKay. McKay now up to the top, to the front court to Galland. Galland will go ahead and set the play as she kind of jumps around, wants to get everything set up. She wants to start things up. She'll shoot a three, and good.
The first three of the game now for first three out of both teams, and that puts them up 15-4.
Tyler King will try and answer back. No good. McKay with the rebound. And Carly Turner will go ahead and push it up to Malden. Malden will match up, finds inside, gets it, tries to lay it up. No good. Rebounded, controlled by Tyler King. And she'll try and hurry things up. Gives it up to Gianna Ulu Summers, who hands it up to Chelsea Leidy. Leidy thought about it, but decided to wait for the rest of her team. Finds Naja Queenlan. Queenlan will drive inside, lay it up off the backboard, and good.
Nice little stop and pop there by Naja Queenlan as she tries to full court press a little bit.
Carly Turner with the basketball. Tigers trail 15-6. Gets it inside to McKay. McKay gets double teamed. She'll hand it do a long pass outside. Waits for Malden. Malden gets the pass and will let everybody set it back up. Carly Turner tries to drive inside. Spins around. Lays it up. No good. Rebounded, controlled by Carly Turner.
We'll see if St. Mary's decides to hold for the last shot now. There's about 10 seconds, no shot clock to go in the first quarter.
Gallen with it. She'll get it inside. Almost stolen by a Tiger. And a foul called as Naja Queenlan is going to be called for the foul on Sydney Raggio.
About 4.9 seconds left to go as St. Mary's will head to the foul line.
Beck was about to check back in for the Gales and then called back.
Probably going to save her for the second quarter.
4.9 seconds to go here in the first quarter. First free throw is up by Raggio, and that's good. So it is now 16-6 in favor of the St. Mary's Gales. Second free throw by Raggio is now on the way, and that one's good as well. So 4.9 seconds. Naja Queenlan, that's Gianna Ulu Summers will push the tempo, try and do a quick three off that front iron and hits the backboard and no good. So at the end of the first quarter, your Tigers trail the St. Mary's Gales 17-6 here on the Pacific Tiger Radio Network, 91.9 FM and on the 209. So I'm not going to say what it was on. We'll be right back.
Time to put down two. Griffin on the wing for three and the win. Oh my goodness! We've got a winner! LaFrelite seconds. Here's his move. He spins, an off-balance shot. Wins the game! Oh, that way. Curry flings it the other way. And he got it!
Stay up to date on all local sports in the 209. Follow us on Facebook, the 209 Sports Facebook page.
Ever think of light bulbs as being cool? They are if you choose energy-efficient bulbs and fixtures that have earned the government's Energy Star label. They're so hot, they're cool. Because they burn cool and last up to 10 times longer, you save money and oodles of energy. Change a light, help the environment, save some green. The solution is as close as your nearest lamp socket. Brighten your environmental future. From the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency.
Welcome back to the Alex G. Spano Center, and as the song is going on that you're hearing as well, we need to bring it back to life. So right now, as you are listening to us, the St. Mary's Gales leading the Pacific Tigers 17-6, and it's been a tough first quarter for both teams, really. St. Mary's only shooting 33%, and the University of Pacific Tigers shooting 17%. Jeff Dominic along with John Mark Vaness, thank you all for joining us today.
Well, one thing we do know, we talked about it, St. Mary's has strong starts, whereas Pacific does not. So we'll see how that carries over here in these next three quarters.
An inside drive by Beck goes to the wayside, and Gallen will go ahead and reset this setup for the Gales. Trying to drive it inside. Desire Finney is going to be caught with a foul and a blocking foul. And once again, the foul trouble is starting to get a little bit, actually getting the crowd to start to groan here a little bit. On the court for the Tigers is Simons, Leidy, Lee, Finney, and Naja Queenlan.
Emil Lee checking into the game for the first time, the sophomore out of Piedmont.
For the St. Mary's Gales, it's Gallen, Turner, Raggio, Beck, and McKay. Three on the way, no good. Rebounded by Desire Finney, and Naja Queenlan hits the deck. Chelsea Leidy will go ahead and stop, pop, and good, and is assist by Amila Lee, as the Tigers now are trying to get a little bit of momentum on their side as they trail 17-8 here early on in the second quarter.
About 5 Pacific Tigers, each with 2 points.
Naja Queenlan with the steal. Nice play by her. She'll wait for the rest of her team. Hands it off to Amila Lee. Amila Lee tries to drive it inside. She'll lay it up. And good!
Well, there's those drawing fouls that we talked about that they're so good at. And let's see if they can continue to do that here in this game.
Amila Lee was able to break that 3-2 zone and drove inside and was able to just kind of do a little bit of a finger roll. And considering that with her size, it's kind of funny to say that. Amila Lee, she's just standing 5'6". That free throws up and good.
She's such a good floor general with amazing basketball IQ, and definitely someone that Bradley Davis and the UP Tigers are going to build on as they go forward.
Raggio with the basketball, hands it off to Carly Turner. Gales wearing all blue, red numbers, going from left to right as they try and get it inside to McKay. McKay almost loses control of it as a great IQ, as you mentioned, by Amila Lee, almost knocked it away. Trying to get it inside is Stella Beck, and Amila Lee now will be called for the offensive foul or the defensive foul, and she's kind of looking around going, are we going to be able to play basketball today, or are we going to get called for every foul?
Yeah, there's been a lot of controversial calls, and I know, I'm glad we don't get fined like they do in the NBA, so we could say this.
They won't make much from me.
Right, me neither. But there's definitely been some interesting calls in this game.
Beck gets the inbound pass to Raggio. Raggio will try and drive it inside. It's going to be an offensive foul.
And as we said that, UOP gets a call in their favor as they will head back the other way.
For as long as I've watched Emily Simon, she takes a lot of bumps and does get a lot of fouls going her way because she does take a lot of
especially for her
big hits.
Especially for her size.
She's asked for a lot.
Yeah, you are right.
Amila Lee with basketball gets her Desire Finney. She wants to drive it inside, decides to wait back and gives it back to Naja Queenlan at the top of the key. Queenlan will go ahead and reset as she looks for Desire Finney, gets a little high screen and roll. Desire tries to drive inside. Now hands it off to Chelsea Leidy. Offensive foul, Chelsea Leidy.
Man, don't know what to say on that one. I think everyone feels the emotion Chelsea's feeling as she kind of wanted to talk about it but then walked away. And she will step out and Gianna will step in.
Gianna Ulu Summers, as you just mentioned, will check back in. So far, the leading scorer is Amila Lee. I don't think I've said that ever.
With 3 points. Yeah. Both teams shooting under 30% from the field. So
stolen by, I was going to say, this is almost stolen. And it's going to be, I'm going to try and see what it was last touched. It'll be Tigers basketball, I believe. It was stolen by Gianna Ulu Summers, but Gallen regathered it, but I think she stepped out of bounds. is what I think the referees are saying.
Great defensive effort there by Gianna, staying with the play and getting it to the Tigers.
Desire Finney wanted to drive it inside, gives it back to Gianna Olu Summers, who gets it up to the top of the key to Naja Queenlan. Queenlan will drive inside, lays it up, and good. No contest there. They need to keep doing more of that.
UOP going on a little run here, as that is 13-17. About a 4-point game.
Gallon with the basketball, hands it up to Malden, who's at the corner three. She'll try and get it inside. No way. Stolen by Gianna Olu Summers, who wants to push it.
2 amazing defensive stops.
Desire Finney drives it inside. Blocked by McKay. Almost stolen by Naja Queenlan. Now last touched by Desire Finney is where one Tiger leaves, all of a sudden another Tiger shows up. So you better watch out. This Tigers team is a different second quarter far.
You got to love the defensive intensity. Stepped up a lot from where it was in the first quarter to where it is now. And the score is showing, as it is a lot closer than it was at the end of the first.
Gallon with the basketball. She wants to go ahead and get it inside. She wants to start posting up some players, trying to get it around to McKay. They decided to think better of it. Malden at the elbow three. She'll go ahead and drive inside. Can't find anybody. Kicks it out. Stoppage here. And an offensive foul, I believe, or what do they?
Tiger basketball.
They just say it's a turnover. I did not see what happened there, but
no, they're saying turnover on Brookshire. It's a little hard to see, but that's what they called.
Tigers looking to get it closer here as Gianna Olu Summers will drive inside, tries to lay it up. No good. Rebounded McKay.
McKay, one of the taller players on this team, has 9 rebounds already in the first half.
Knocked out of bounds by Desire Finney as Beck was trying to dribble it up. And I think there's a little bit of frustration on Desire Finney's part because she's not scoring right now. She wants to be scoring a little bit more as Desire Finney 0 of 4 so far. Gallon checks out and coming in.
But what you got to love about Desire is even though she's not scoring, you could tell she's trying to make up for it on the defensive end by trying to get stops and trying to really get in there and get the ball. So you got to give her credit on the defensive end for picking up the intensity.
Malden with the basketball. Forcadia, first time we've said her name. Malden gets it inside to Devin Brookshire, lays it up, and good. So the lead moves to 19-13 in favor of the Gales.
St. Mary's getting one of their first 2 points in a while.
Naja Quinlan with the basketball. She'll try to drive it inside. Lays it up. No good. Foul called, and I believe that will go on McKay. And if you're going to have any opportunity, you need to get McKay in some foul trouble here.
Mm-hmm. She's definitely one of their big black holes in the middle with 9 rebounds, playing a good number of the minutes, and definitely one of the taller girls out there, and Naja Queenlan took advantage of it.
Naja Queenlan will go ahead and shoot 2. First free throw is up and good. 19-14 in favor of the Gales. So it's in the best of interest that the Tigers go ahead and keep this thing close. See what we never know what's going to happen here in a moment. Second free throw is also up. Offside iron. Rebounded, controlled by the Gales. That was Brookshire. Well, give and goes. A fast pace goes on. Traveling called on Brookshire. Tigers basketball.
Tigers got a little lucky there. They didn't really have to do much, but
full court press.
Full court press.
I said that they were pretty darn good at it, in our pregame show, and I think that this is starting to show a little bit why. Naja Queenlan with the basketball. She waits for the rest of her team. She's going to try and dribble it up. The Gales are still playing that 3-2 zone. Desire Finney with the basketball gets it up to the top to Gianna Olu Summers. Trying to get it around the corner we go, and Amelia Lee will drive inside, finds Emily Simons for the nice little jumper. Good.
Emily Simons with a shot that you will make 9 times out of 10. Nice little easy floater for her.
Malden with the basketball, trying to get it inside, gets a high screen roll, stolen by Emily Simons. Coast to coast on her own.
Back to back, coast to coast, Emily Simons showing why she's been playing 4 years of basketball and been playing it well as she gets 4 points, both on amazing back-to-back possessions.
1 point basketball game, trying to get inside to McKay. She's going to be fouled as 3 Tigers converge, and I believe that may be on Emily Simons, and if it is, that's her first personal.
We talked about players that need to step up, and right now it's Simons and Queenlan. Both, one has 5 and the other has 4.
Naja Queenlan was named for that last foul. Sorry, right there.
Leading the Tigers in scoring right now in this game.
Inbound pass is up to Beck. Beck tries to get it around. She'll get it up for 3. Good. That was Carly Turner, and the Tigers now trail by 4. Naja Quinlan with it. Gets it over to Gianna Ulu Summers. Emily Simon's begging for that basketball. She gets it inside. Kicks it out to Amelia Lee. Around we go. Is up to Gianna. Back inside to Emily. Nice little give and go here. I don't think that ball has touched that court here yet. Gianna gets the 3 ball away. No good. Last touched by Desire Finney. And it'll be Gales basketball. Timeout on the court. Currently right now, the Gales lead the Tigers 22-18. Gales basketball when we return here on the Pacific Tiger Radio Network, 91.9 FM.
My hero doesn't wear a cape or have superpowers. She doesn't slay dragons or kill wizards. No one wants my hero's autograph. She never goes to Hollywood parties, and she definitely doesn't have a star on the Walk of Fame. My hero doesn't try to sell me soda, candy bars, cereal, or cheeseburgers.
You won't hear my hero song on the radio. He doesn't have a crew, bling bling, or a mansion.
You can't buy my hero's makeup line, handmade purses, or designer baby clothes.
My hero didn't win the pennant. She can't do a 360 dunk, and there's no way she'll score a touchdown in the Super Bowl.
Some of New York's most admired figures are the city's public school teachers. Just ask one of the millions of kids who learn from these heroes every day. For more information on the most rewarding job you can imagine, visit teachnyc.net. Join New York's brightest. Teach NYC. A public service announcement brought to you by the New York City Department of Education, the Appleseed Foundation, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to the Alex G. Spano Center. We get you set up for the last 4 minutes and 52 seconds here in the first half. Jeff Dominic along with John Mark Vaness here at the Alex G. Spano Center. Thank you all for tuning in. The Tigers have tripled their point total from the first quarter, and it only took them half a quarter to do that. So currently right now, St. Mary's Gales leading 22-18 on the court for the Gales. Forcadia, Turner, Beck, Brookshire, and McKay for the Tigers. Simons, Ulu Summers, Lee, Finney, and Quinlan. The Gales will go ahead and inbound the ball. Forcadia with it as she's matched up by Amelia Lee. Try and drive it inside. Wanted to get a high screen roll. She'll drive it along the baseline. Kicks it out to Brookshire. No good. Rebounded, controlled by Carly Turner. Jump ball called. It'll be, I believe, actually Tiger basketball. So lucky break there for the Tigers.
Tigers looking to cut in this lead. They've had 11 points off turnovers and have made only 5 turnovers. Excuse me, to St. Mary's 11. So playing them great. Inside pass to Naja Quinlan. Kicks out to Gianna Ulu Summers near side 3. Decides better of it. Gives it up to Amelia Lee. Back to Naja Quinlan. Long pass stolen by the Gales, and Beck is on her way. Almost losing control of it. Waits for the rest of her team. Beck cut into the passing lane. Gianna was quick in meeting her there. Shows the hustle on her part. Long outlet pass, cross-court pass to Forcadia. Last touched and out of bounds. Turnover, unforced error by the Gales. Well, that's a 13th turnover there for St. Mary's. UOB is, like we mentioned, did a great job capitalizing off of those turnovers. Lee gets the inbound pass. She'll get it up to the front court. Gives it up to Gianna Ulu Summers right at the top of the key. Back to Lee. She'll shoot the 3. Off back iron. Beck with the rebound. And the Gales wanted to extend this lead as they were up as much as 11 and now trail by 6. It gets knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Unique Coleman. I almost thought that was another Gale turnover. Yeah, it seemed like it would have went both ways. Forcadia gets the inbound pass, and there's going to be a foul on Amelia Lee as she hits the deck, and she looked around like, how is that on me? I'm the one that's on the ground. Yeah, it only makes sense when you see a player go as hard down as Amelia Lee did, much to the dismay and disgruntle of the crowd. I'm sure everyone hear the crowd. Yeah, you can probably hear it right now. Forcadia will shoot 2. That first free throw is offside iron, no good. You know, the great thing about this crowd is they can be quiet, but when they see something they don't like, they get rowdy. They've been a little on edge with this so far. Yeah. That free throw is up, and that one's no good. Last touch by the Gales. So Forcadia misses 2 free throws. Desire Finney's going to check back in place of a hard-fought time that Amelia Lee's been on this court. I'm very impressed with her, and I've loved her progress as she's gone throughout, not just last year, but this year as well. Oh, yeah. I mean, I think she's only a sophomore, like we mentioned before, doing a great job for the Tigers. Gianna Ulu Summers at the far elbow. Gets up to Naja Quinlan, who's on the near elbow.
Gives it to Unique Coleman at the corner. She'll shoot the three. Good!
UOP, after struggling 0 of 8, hit their first three.
22-21, 1-point ball game. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. Let's see if that starts a little bit of a run here for the Pacific Tigers.
Beck tries to drive it inside. She'll get out to Carly for three. No good. Tried to answer back. That was Carly Turner. I keep on wanting to call her winners, and it's actually Carly Turner. Unique Coleman, she gets an inside pass. She'll give it back to Naja Queenlan at the top of the key. Waits for Gianna Ulu Summers, who she just hands it off to right at the Tiger logo. Unique Coleman gets it inside to Emily Simons. Simons will try and drive it in. Decides to give it back to Naja Queenlan near us at the three-point line. Almost wanted to get it to Gianna Ulu Summers, stolen by McKay. Laura Cadillo with it. She'll drive inside. Finds Brookshire. Back inside to McKay. McKay tries to dribble inside, lays it off the backboard, and good.
McKay the Gales after going 0 points in 3 minutes, get a basket there. Bring the lead up to 3 points, 24-21.
2:18 to go here in the first half. Naja Queenlan with the basketball. She'll get it up to the top to Desire Finney, back around to Gianna Ulu Summers, who waits to go ahead and set things up with 16 on the shot clock. Desire will dribble inside, gives it to Emily Simons, finds Gianna Ulu Summers, who will drive it in. Gets fouled on the way in.
St. Mary's doing a great job of not letting Pacific get that and one like they like to do so much. They've been doing a great job of clogging the inside, playing that 3-2 zone, and using it to their advantage.
Jessica Blakesley will check in for the first time tonight. A plethora of different Gale players will check in.
Also, Jessica Blakesley checking in for the first time, the freshman out of Washington.
Give and go, almost in for Gianna Ulu Summers as she gives it up to Emily Simons, who handed it right back to Gianna, almost shot the three. Rebounded, controlled by the Gales. Malden with the basketball. She wants to get it inside. Around the top we go. That was Gallen. Now we get it inside to McKay.
Gales seem to be playing a high post game. A lot of people out on the perimeter.
Stella Beck will try and drive inside. Tied up. She'll just shoot it up. No good. That's going to be a shot clock violation. Big turnover there for the Tigers.
Seemed like St. Mary's was trying to just waste as much time as they can to try to keep this lead going into the half. As we reach a minute 30 left to go in the second half. Second quarter.
13 turnovers by the Gales, and yet the Tigers have still trailed by 3. Naja Queenlan with the basketball. Gets it over to the far wing to Gianna Ulu Summers. Gives it to Unique Coleman, who was actually fouled on that play, but no call. And the Gales steal the ball with a minute left on the game in the first half. Gallen with it, gets it inside to Malden. Malden kicks it back out to the top to Beck. Beck matched up by Blakesley. Around to Gallen. Gallen gets it inside to McKay. Finds a cutting Malden. An easy layup there.
McKay again, the larger player, gets everyone to come to her. Has Malden open for an easy two.
Gianna Ulu Summers matched up by Gallen. She'll give it over to Unique Coleman, who gives it to Blakesley. Blakesley back to the top to Naja Queenlan. Back to Blakesley on the corner. She'll shoot the three. Nails it.
It's the second three there for the Tigers. First by Jessica Blakesley. And the Pacific Tigers are only down by 2 with 20 seconds left.
Tigers want to try to keep this at 2, or if they can try and find a way to score, they would love to have that as well. But right now, Beck with the basketball as they go from left to right for the Gales. Gets a high screen and roll. She decides to call it off. She'll try and lay it up. She's going to be fouled. And with 7.5 seconds, she'll go to the line.
Again, the crowd not happy with that one. Seems like the crowd hasn't been happy with a lot of calls in this game. As number 21, Beck, will head to the line for 2.
Beck is 2 of 2 so far in tonight's contest. First free throw's up and good as the lead now moves back to 3. And the foul was on Emily Simons. That's her first personal. Second free throw is up, and that one hits up and good. So with 7.5 seconds, Tigers will try and do something with it. Pass to Blakesley. Blakesley will shoot the 3. Offside iron, no good. Rebounded, controlled by Gallen, and that's how the half will end. So at the end of the first half, the St. Mary's Gales looked like they were going to try and run away with this as they were leading by 11 as much as the beginning of the first quarter. Now only lead by 4. So we'll step aside. Gales leading the Tigers 28-24 here on the Pacific Tiger Radio Network. 91.9, Jeff Dominic along with John Mark Vanessa. We'll be right back.
My name is Rachel, and I'm 10 years old.
I like riding my bike, playing soccer, and in 8 years, I'll be an alcoholic. I'll start drinking in middle school, just at parties. My friends will drink, so I will too.
Kids who drink before age 15 are 5 times more likely to have alcohol problems when they're adults.
My parents won't really know what's going on yet. I mean, I'll do okay in school, but when I drink, I'll do some things I don't really want to do. So by the time my parents talk to me about it, alcohol won't be my only problem.
Alcohol affects their judgment and their future, so start talking before they start drinking.
My parents won't believe it could happen to me.
For more information on teens and alcohol, and to learn what you can do, visit the web at stopalcoholabuse.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, the Ad Council, and this station.
Time Clippers down 2. Griffin on the wing for 3 and the win! Oh my goodness! We've got a winner! LaFreniere! Yes! 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 For the count! Yes! Buzzer! Yes! Yes! Anthony Davis! It's in 4 seconds. Here's his move. He spins an off-balance shot. Wins the game! Oh, that way. Curry swings it the other way. He got it!
Stay up to date on all local sports in the 209. Follow us on Facebook, the 209 Sports Facebook page.
I know, being a college freshman is supposed to be tough, but let me tell you about my schedule this semester. All 18 credits. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I have American Lit at 8:05 a.m. And then I only have 15 minutes to get to my 9:15 Ethics and Value Theory class, all the way across campus. Then in the afternoon, Calculus 1. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I have 2 lectures that go through lunch, Sociology of Families, then Intro to Microbiology, pre-med. And finally, I have a double lab that ends around 9 p.m. Anyway, I just wanted to say thank you.
If a kid will do whatever it takes to get through college, what will you do to send her there? Please support the United Negro College Fund and call 1-800-332-UNCF, because a mind is a terrible thing to waste. A public service brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
Some people still don't believe that secondhand smoke is dangerous. This is Scott Bakula. Did you know that just being around someone who smokes can cause severe lung problems, heart disease, and cancer? But there is something you can do about it. Call for a free booklet from the Will Rogers Institute. It clearly explains the proven risks of secondhand smoke and the ways you can avoid exposure. Toll free 1-877-957-7575, because secondhand smoke is dangerous. Believe it.
How can we help prepare our kids for the future? Hi, this is Roger McGuinn. These days, our children face challenges unimaginable to us only a generation ago. We adults need to help our kids find something in school that really sparks their interest and keeps them involved. If that something happens to be music, the child will benefit in so many ways. Playing music in school is a great way to make friends. Studies are showing that kids involved in music are less likely to get into trouble. And kids who studied music find science and math easier to grasp. They tend to score higher on SATs. It has something to do with something called spatial IQ. So get your kids involved with school music. It's a great way to help prepare them for life.
A PSA brought to you by MENC, the National Association for Music Education, and the National Anthem Project, the campaign to restore America's voice through music education. Music, part of a sound education.
Halftime here at the Alex D. Spano Centers. We're being entertained by the halftime festivities here between a couple little youngsters going toe-to-toe here and enjoying every moment of this. Oh, as another shot.
No basket yet to be hit by either team.
Jeff Dominic along with John Mark Vaness. Thank you all for joining us tonight as the halftime between the St. Mary's Gales and the University of Pacific Tigers. As you can hear, the crowd is excited about what's going on out in the court. But St. Mary's Gales leading 28-24 as they have had 13 turnovers, but the Tigers have not been able to capitalize, and only shooting 32%, while the Gales are shooting 38%. Free throws a little bit of more an issue as the Gales have had nice little shot there. I think it was, what was that, number 23 over there that made a little shot?
I've been looking at that guy. Next recruit for your Pacific men's team right there.
There you go. The Gales have hit 8 of 10 at the free throw line, while the Tigers are only 2 of 3. And unfortunately, that's kind of really the difference in your score right now. Is the Tigers do trail by 4.
Yeah, no team seems to be shooting that well. I mean, you think about it. Both teams under 40. Both teams under 40 in field goal range as well from 3. UOP not doing that great for free throw. They're 2 of 3, but haven't been getting the line as much. So not great basketball by either team on the offensive end. Defensive end's a different story, but definitely both teams will want to come out and score more in the second half.
The Tigers have 2. Their leading scorer is Naja Queenlan with 5, while the St. Mary's Gales have 2 different Gales that are currently that are currently in figures with 6, and that's Beck and McKay. Both have 6. McKay also has 9 rebounds.
Yeah.
The Tigers are being out-rebounded by 10, as it's 23-13 in favor of the St. Mary's Gales with 23. Once again, that's the biggest. I think that's the biggest key right there. Now, 3-point shooting, both of them hit 2, but the Tigers have attempted 12, while the Gales have been very selective about their shots and have only shot 6. So right now it is once again 28-24. Not very. It's not a big scoring affair right now, if you will. So we'll keep an eye on that one. We also want to kind of get you in tune with the men's game. We will get you that score here in just a little bit. But John Mark, what have you been impressed with, and what are you? Well, I think there's a lot to say what we're not impressed with right now.
Yeah, I've been impressed with, and I mentioned it a little bit, the defensive intensity in the second half. The second quarter. The first quarter, it was very lackluster. St. Mary's went on their run with a strong start to their game. Second half, you saw a different story. You saw Pacific come back, bring it close. I believe the closest was about a 1-point deficit. A lot of that having to do with the defensive intensity of Desire Finney, of Emily Simons. A lot of those resulted in turnovers, but a lot of them put pressure on St. Mary's to kick it away from McKay down low and outside, forcing other people to take shots and using that to their advantage. Almost a shot there by that little guy. So I like that. I like the defensive intensity. I think if they keep that up, you're going to slow down St. Mary's scoring, and you could get back into this game slowly. So that's something I really like. What I don't like is what's obvious, and that's the scoring. No one has stepped up yet. The leading scorer, Queenlan, with only 5. Gianna not having a great game. She has 2. Desire Finney with 0. Someone needs to step up and do the scoring. Whoever that's going to be, it doesn't matter, but it needs to show on paper, and it needs to show in the score.
Have a little bit more discipline too. I mean, I understand that some of us we can go ahead and say we can blame the referees if we want.
Yeah.
We can.
Right.
They won't. I know they won't.
No. They don't make excuses.
I know them better than that, and I'll say it for them. I don't care. The Tigers have committed 12 fouls to the St. Mary's 6.
Right.
Gotta have. You can say that it was. We can say that it was
poor calling,
but we can also say you got to also have a little bit more discipline in some of the areas too. I mean, we can't really. Oh, he got whacked and still scored. Give them the and one.
The and one. That's what we wanted in this game.
Anyways, but Amila Lee kind of gave that spark today, though.
She did.
She came off the bench, had that and one, as we were just talking about an and one, and
that really got him. That really did get him going, I felt.
They called the game, but yet, you know what? They had to get one more in.
Oh, man.
Number 15 wearing the blue and white he's even pointing to the upstairs and everything. That's awesome.
He had to give his moment there.
Anyways, but thank you all for joining us today. I mean, it's just been a very low scoring affair. It's 28-24. There's just so many things right now that I'm not satisfied with, but we talked about this too. We know that the Gales are not going to be a second-half team,
right,
and the Tigers were able to keep it close.
A second-half team.
The Tigers could be a second-half team, and if things kind of hold true to where it's at, this could be an interesting half for the Tigers.
Yeah. If we see tonight what we saw in San Francisco or against San Francisco, it's going to be we'll see the same result and it'll be good.
Well, I hope they don't show the third quarter. That third quarter last time against the Dons was a 10-9 quarter. We don't need that right now, but we do need some. We need a little bit more fast pace. I mean, I like the way they were attacking, but I think they get a little caught up in what McKay's presence brings. Megan McKay, the sophomore, 6'3", she plays bigger than what she is. She plays more like a 6'6" player,
right?
Which is scary in a lot of ways, but at the same time, it's very effective the way that she's been playing against the Tigers.
Right, and you see Leidy and Finney and other players, Simons, other ones, who are trying to do what they do so well, and that's cut to the basket, get that and one, and score. But with McKay, like you mentioned, she plays like she's 6'6", even though she's about the same height as a Moriana Clayton or a Segura. And they got to just kind of get that out of their psyche and then really just attack and use that to their advantage, because if they don't, she's going to keep taking advantage inside.
Jessica Blake, so there's a couple of different players that currently have, well, there's Naja Quinlan, who has 5. Emily Simons has 4. She's played very well tonight. And then a lot of other players with 3. Currently, Unique Coleman, Jessica Blakesley, and Amelia Lee all have 3 points for the Tigers. And on the other side, once again, we talked about Becca McKay, both have 6. Rajiel Malden also have 4. And Galland and Turner also have 3 for the Gales. And so as the Gales are kind of entering the court back here, we got about 3.5 minutes before halftime, before the end of halftime. What are you expecting from the Gales right now? If you're, put the coaching hat back on, we talked about earlier. If you're the coaching staff of the Gales, what are you telling this team right now?
I think continue to make stops. That's what they're doing so well. Continue to be a presence down low and continue to prevent Pacific from doing what they do so well, and that's driving, cutting to the basket, and scoring. They continue to do that. They continue to have people like McKay and Beck as inside presence and keep playing their great 3-2, 2-3 zone. That's going to be huge for them. I think continual great defense, because it doesn't matter how great your offense is. If your defense is playing well, that's going to help speed up your offense that much more. So I think that's going to be huge for the St. Mary's Gales.
And for the Tigers, I'm kind of looking. I think that's Unique Coleman. She's on a bike right now, trying to get her legs moving. And if you're the Tigers, you're down as much as 11, and yet you found a way to claw back in this game, pun intended, if you will.
Right.
And yet you are only down 4 after you were down as much as 11, ending the first quarter. If you're head coach Bradley Davis, what are you telling your girls? What are you telling, hey, you could have been completely blown out in this first half.
Continue doing it. Continue with the defensive intensity. That's why I think for both teams, defense is key, offense is key. There's so much, and the score shows that they can work on, but a lot what they're doing is great. And I think from the defensive end for both teams, the reason why this game is so close and the reason why the score is so low is because of that defense. So I think that's a huge positive, but you also want to tell the team, if you're Bradley Davis, score. You got to score, whether that's outside, whether that's inside. Hasn't been working from outside 2 of 12, but find your way, whatever way that is. You got to find it. You got to do it. You got to work with it.
The other thing too is probably just say, screw it. The referee's got to say, let's go ahead and play some basketball. So we're gonna
let the girls play.
We're gonna do that as well. So when we come back, second half here at the Alex G. Spano Center between the St. Mary's Gales and the University of Pacific Tigers. Jeff Dominic along with John Mark Vanessa. We'll be right back.
Griffin on the wing for 3 and the win! Oh my goodness! We've got a winner! LaFree! Yes! Will count! Yes! Oh! Anthony Davis! It's at 4 seconds. There's his move. He spins an off-balance shot. Wins the game! Come that way. Curry flings it the other way. And he got it!
Stay up to date on all local sports in the 209. Follow us on Facebook, the 209 Sports Facebook page.
What does freedom of speech mean to me?
I don't know. I've never really thought about it.
Freedom of speech means I can speak out against the majority.
It means I can express my opinion freely.
It's the American dream.
It's the First Amendment.
It means everyone has a voice. I guess freedom of speech is more than a right. It's a responsibility.
A message from the National Association of Broadcasters, Education Foundation, and this station.
Welcome back to the Alex G. Spano Center. John Mark Vanessa along with Jeff Dominic. I will be bringing you the second half of this game between your Pacific Tigers and the St. Mary's Gales. Your Pacific Tigers 24, St. Mary's 28. The starting lineups here. First for your Tigers, Emily Simons, Ellie Lopez-Segura, Gianna Summers, Unique Coleman and Desire Finney. And for the visiting Gales, Turner, Reggio, Malden, Beck, and McKay. St. Mary's will have the possession here for the second half from the Spano Center. Number 25 had it up top, brings it inside. Nice block there by Segura. And there's that defense we talked about a little bit that UOP will have to do as Gianna Summers brings it down. Met by Malden. Nice pass there to Unique. Unique tries to shake off the defender. Emily Simons gets it out. No good. Emily tried the three there, but could not connect.
So far early, just trying to get an up-tempo pace. McKay tried to get it inside, blocked by Ellie Lopez-Aguero, but she also was out of position as well.
Looks like they got McKay a little bit in the high post as she passes off number 21, drives it and gets the foul. Off of the little hook shot, and I believe that was on Segura, and she will head to the line.
Segura got a little too anxious and got a little too close in and kind of just squished.
Yeah, it was a
back.
nice defensive effort there, but yeah, you're right. She got a little anxious. Number 21, nice job with the hook shot a little bit and got it in. As first one drops, giving the Gales the first point of the third quarter. Again, that was Beck. She has 7.
She's hit all her free throws so far, 5 of 5.
Second one's good as Segura and Simons tried to get the rebound. Simons into Summers. As the band chants UOP. Nice pass to Unique. Fakes the screen. And we'll pass it back out to Emily Simons, being guarded by number 12. Nice pass there. Desire back to Unique. And a little bit of passing in the three-point lane as Gianna tried to pass it to Segura, but the ball will end up to the Gales. Malden runs it down, finds 21. 21 calls out the play, being guarded by Summers. Nice kick out there to McKay, out top. Back to 21. Nice pass inside to 12. Tried to get the N1, and she is fouled. And number 12, Raggio, will go to the line for 2.
They're trying to get the ball into Ellie Lopez-Segura because they want to get her effective in this game, but each time she's just not expecting it. She needs to be anticipating that pass a little bit more. I understand that she knows she's not the main scorer on that team, but she needs to find a way to be effective, and that's why we're seeing a lot more turnovers here early on.
Number 12, Raggio, no good on that shot. Segura and Simons will try to box out and get the rebound if the shot misses.
Gales are 10 of 13 at the free throw line tonight.
Second one up and good. That puts St. Mary's up 31-24. Simons passes it to Gianna Summers.
So far, Tigers have not found a way to get on the scoreboard here early in the second half.
Segura with the explosive drive. No good. She fell down. Didn't call the foul. Bullet pass there to number 10 on the Gale. She tries, and that'll be a foul on Gianna. Gianna put her hands up. Didn't think that she got the foul call, or didn't think that she fouled, but the refs thought otherwise.
I think Ellie Lopez-Segura is showing a little bit of frustration. She thought she got fouled, and of course, then on the other end of the court, she's getting fouled now. Or they're getting a foul call.
Yeah, she tried that hard drive down and didn't get the call she wanted. She will come out. Mariano come in.
The last foul was on Gianna Ulu Summers, her first foul of the evening.
Number 10 Turner hit her first. She'll go for a second. And now it'll drop, giving St. Mary's a 33-24 lead with about 8:20 left to go in the third. Gianna met by Malden up top. Nice pass to Desire, back to Gianna. Finds number 20 Unique to Gianna. Gianna will try the three, and good. Gianna Summers hitting her first three of the game.
I like this, that you just can't think about it, and you just gotta pop it at this point. You gotta find a way to just. I think the quick shots, the quick decisions are going to be key for the Tigers
Most
right now.
definitely. Just got to find a way to score and put it up and pray it goes in. As number 10 checks out. Number 3 will check in for Kadia. She is yet to score in this game. She will pass into about half court as Malden brings it up, being guarded by 15 Summers. A nice little dish off there. Back into 25. And another foul call. Again, this one on Emily Simons. And number 25, the taller defender, McKay, will go to the line.
McKay had good positioning. They did a great screen and roll, and I think I'm not going to say that was on the shot. That one will be, as that was an inbound pass to Beck. And
nice little pump fake there by Beck. Number 15, Gianna brings it down. Little passing around there as Desire will get it. She'll drive inside, kicks it, shoots, no good. Rebound taken by the Gales.
sometimes when you're a shooter, you get a little bit of a funk like currently like Desire's in, and you just got to keep on shooting it.
Number 3, Forcadillo, open outside, no good on the 3, as Mariana will get the rebound.
Nice box out by Mariana Clayton. We got a chance to see that one really up close and personal, and she really pushed off on her.
Gianna with a 3, and good. Gianna, back-to-back three-pointers for the Tigers.
She now has 8, and a timeout called on the by the Gales.
We will go away and come right back. Your Tigers 30, St. Mary's 35 on the Pacific Tiger Radio Network.
Hi there, this is Sammy Hagar here for RAD, the entertainment industry's voice for road safety. Now, style's a personal thing, and your lifestyle is your business. But if you take it on the road, it becomes everybody else's business. Please plan ahead. Designate before you celebrate, because friends do not let friends drive drunk.
A public service message brought to you by RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
Some look up to the man of steel, and others follow the lines in the web. But I look up to my real-life icon, my dad, and calling him anything less than great would be misguided. In his warm arms, I confided all of my fears. And as my time to rear others grows near, I'm reminded that women marry men just like their fathers. And I hope that's true. Anything less, might as well not even bother.
A message from the National Fatherhood Initiative, the Ad Council, and this radio station. Visit fatherhood.org for more information. Have you been a dad today?
Welcome back to Pacific Tiger Radio Network. John Mark along with Jeff Dominic. Your Tigers Pacific has 30. St. Mary's has 35. An amazing back-to-back three-pointers there by Gianna Summer.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if there's anything you could say about what she's been able to do is that she's not thinking about the shot. She's just going to go ahead and shoot it. She's a shooter. She's natural about it. She just goes off with it.
That's her game, and that's what she does. Is Malden will bring it down. Same lineups that we left you with. She is met by Gianna. Nice pass there to Forcadilla. Back to 12, back to Forcadilla. A little back and forth action here as everyone seems to be getting touches. Forcadilla shoots it, and no good. That's the second wide open three-pointer opportunity for Forcadilla.
I'm liking this, though. The Tigers are running a 3-2 zone when they get onto the front court, on the Gales front court, and it's working so far.
Nice pass there to Simons. Simons pumps it, stops, pops, no good. Rebound taken by number 12 as Gales will bring it down. Number 12 gets the ball inside, being guarded by Simons. Kicks it out to Malden. Malden fakes the three, drives inside, shoots, blocked by Mariana Clayton.
Nice block by Mariana Clayton right there, clogging up the middle. Got to be happy with that. Get some offense now, girls.
Let's see what they can do here. Unique draws the foul, no good on the shot.
She'll go to the line.
But she will go to the line to shoot two. The senior from Stockton, California, will go to the line.
Hometown hero, St. Mary's High School.
Not to be confused with St. Mary's College.
No, absolutely not.
And a little substitution here. Malden out. And number 4, Galland, who's had about 12 minutes to play, will check in. As Gianna will take out the ball under the basket, their home basket.
I thought that was going to be a shooting play. Okay, well, guess
Three
not.
by Unique, no good. A little bit too much air on that one. As McKay picks up her 10th rebound. Number 10, excuse me, has the ball. Nice job. Wanted the screen, didn't take it by number 25. Holding on to the ball here for about 10 seconds, and Forcadilla will take it. Drives side, met by Mariana. Nice pass there to number 12, who gets the under the basket sneak shot.
Yeah, Raggio was right there. I mean, if you're going to talk about breaking a zone, you got to get two players into one spot, and it'll affect them.
Gianna tried to drive. She will get the foul call.
About time it actually kind of goes in the other way. I mean, right now we've been talking about the way that, unfortunately, the Tigers have been getting called for the ticky-tack fouls. Well, this is the first blocking foul that the Gales are really going to get called off here in this quarter. They only got 2 team fouls. I mean, we're 5.5 minutes in, so.
Now Jaqueline checks in for the Tigers. Emily Simons out. Zaire Finney tried to go hard to the basket. Knocks over a Gale defender, and the ball looks like it'll go the other way. Refs seem to be meeting to discuss that a little bit.
Just want to see what I think they're going to say that it was on a Gale player. They were double checking on the number, I believe. I don't know who they called that on. I'm going to have to keep an eye out. Oh, they called it on Turner, Carly Turner. That's I believe that's her third personal.
The play still stands, and Jessica Blakesley, nice pass there to Naja Quinlan, who just checked into the game. Kicks it into Mariana. Mariana drove, gets the foul called. She will go to the line and try to get 2.
You need to get McKay in foul trouble. I mean, regardless of the points that she's got 6 points, but she's got 11 rebounds. She's just absolutely been a beast in the middle, and you got to get her off of her game, and I think they may be doing that right now. As I'm seeing, looks like Devon Brookshire is going to be checking in.
Right. Well, you can notice it with both Mariana and Ellie Segura as Mariana hits her first.
You stopped to wait to see the free throw.
Yeah, I did actually. I was like, wait, did I call it? Okay. Well, Segura and Mariana both doing a great job of, like you said, trying to get McKay in foul trouble. She's a lot of what the defense is for this team, as Mariana Clayton will shoot her second. And good. Nice 2 free throws there by Mariana. Your Tigers about a 7-point deficit with the St. Mary's Gales with about 5 minutes left to go. Little sloppy pass there to number 22, guarded by Mariana. Nice defense there by Clayton. Number 3, guarded by
Blakesley,
excuse me. And nice kick out there, 22, who hits the 3, putting the Gales up 40-32.
Brookshire not known for her 3-point shooting, and she wound up having a nice play there. Now here comes the ticky-tack fouls on the other end. I mean, okay, if you're gonna call it on both sides, I get it, but at the same time, come on.
Yeah, let them play. It's both teams aren't really happy, and we're going to take a immediate timeout. We will be right back here on the Pacific Tiger Radio Network.
Griffin on the wing for 3 and the win! Oh my goodness! We've got a winner! LaFerrine! Yes! For the count! Yes! Anthony Davis! It's in 4 seconds. There's his move. He spins an off-balance shot. Wins the game! Come that way. Curry flings it the other way. And he got it!
Stay up to date on all local sports in the 209. Follow us on Facebook, the 209 Sports Facebook page.
Welcome back to the Pacific Tiger Radio Network as we're watching a small little kid win some butt cakes for their whole row. Always fun. Your Pacific Tigers 32, St. Mary's 40. About 4 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And what do you like so far by this Pacific Tiger team?
Well, I've liked the way that Gianna Ula Summers has come out and just firing. I think that she needed to get that, because once again, she's 3 of 10, but 2 of 6 3-point line. She's at 2 of 3 for the 3-point line in the second half. So she's got to find a way to get scoring going. She's got to be able to find a way to lead this team. I think as much as we put a lot on her shoulders early, I think we got to keep it there, because she was able to do it against USF. She needs to do it again with 4 minutes 48 seconds to go here in the third quarter. She needs to do it as well. Desire is going to be at the line though, so she's going to try and cut into this lead here a little bit.
Well, like you said, Gianna's more than capable of doing it. She's done it before. As Desire will miss her first.
The other thing I was talking about is that you got to find a way to get Megan McKay out of this, and so far it's not been going that way. But she is now on the bench now, and she's taking probably just a little bit of a breather. But at the same time, you got to get her in foul trouble. Got to get her off of her game.
See if Pacific can take advantage of that. As Jessica Blakesley will get the foul on a driving for Kadia.
I think everybody's just kind of surprised. I mean, even the Gales are kind of just like,
really?
It's not a foul. I mean, so it's kind of frustrating.
Little interesting there. As Forcadia steps to the line, first one no good.
She's now 0 of 3. She missed 2 in a row, so we'll see if she can make another one or make one here soon.
You got to have someone go to the line. It's a good person to have at the line. As Naja Quinlan Mario will try to get the rebound. Naja fell a little bit. They didn't call anything, but she will take out the ball.
She actually got the chair taken out from under her. That's all that happened there.
Desire Finney has the ball. Nice pass there to number 15. About 4:30 left to go in the third quarter. Desire Finney meets at the other side. A little around the world here. Mariana Clayton screens. Jessica Blakesley comes off. Nice kick out to Naja Quinlan. Quinlan drives. Kicks it back out to Blakesley. Blakesley will try the 3 and no good. Nice rebound there by Mariana Clayton. Clayton back out to Blakesley. Blakesley wanted to do the 3 again, decided not to.
Nice play by the freshman, just waiting for the rest of her team.
Smart move by her. Naja Quinlan has the ball. Nice pass to Finney. Finney back out to Gianna. Gianna, nice inbound pass to Clayton. Clayton, no good. It was a good look for her, but just could not hit it. That's a shot you'll make 9 times out of 10.
Nice high screen and roll. Just didn't work out for him, but high screen and roll, give and go, and Moriana just needs to finish.
Number 10, nice give and go to 22. 22 with a nice, easy shot inside. Not sure where the defense was on that play.
They gambled. That's what it really comes down to, is they gambled and had an opportunity. Nice going back and forth on the other side.
Mariana Clayton, great job. Yeah, like you said, meeting back on the other side, getting an easy 2. And she's having herself a great third quarter. As number 10 has the ball. She'll look to drive a little bit. Nice pass inside. Picked off by Gianna, but they get the ball back. That was Naja Quinlan. Tried to steal the ball. Number 22 got it back and recovered it for the Gales. About 8 seconds left to go on the shot clock. They're going to have to shoot it. Forcadilla kicks out to 22. 22 tries the 3. No good. Nice rebound there by Desire Finney.
Gotta watch those elbows, Desire. She almost connected with one.
Jessica Blakesley will try another 3, and
that's
no
too
good.
Long. I can see that one right from the start.
Yeah. It's a shot she usually can make, not that time. And a pair of Tigers coming in. Desire Finney and Clayton will check out. Emily Simons and Amila Lee will check back in for the Tigers.
Emily Simons right now, she has, where am I at? She has 4 points and 5 rebounds, so she's been effective so far. But love to see her get a little bit more active here inside. She can create some turnovers here.
A name we haven't said in a while, Chelsea Lighty, also checks in. Almost stolen. Great full
10 seconds.
Great full court press there by the Pacific Tigers. Something that you've talked about. Great job using that to their advantage.
I like their full court press. I think it's probably it's a really good full court press.
Yeah.
And right now we're seeing Forcadilla come out, and I think it's a great play by the head coaching staff. The coaching staff for the Gales, they need to get her out. She's just I think she looks a little scattered up there.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Number 30, nice pass. Give and go to Quinlan. Quinlan will try the shot. No good. Kind of a little off balance there by her. Amila Lee tries the full court press. Number 10 runs it down. Great job. Great hustle by Amila Lee. Number 4 tries a long 3 and didn't really take much time to think about that shot. Just kind of put it up there and it went through, giving St. Mary's a 11-point lead on your Pacific Tigers. Naja Quinlan will try to answer back for the 3. No good. Rebound taken by the Gales.
Not a huge fan of the ball movement. I like the shot selections. I'm not a huge fan of the ball movement. You got to get a little bit more of an open opportunity. If you got an open 2, go for it.
Definitely need to get more touches. Great job by Simons, guarding number 22, but the taller defender wins that play. As
Brookshire is just she's cleaning it up right now. Last time we talked about her, she had a double-double last time she played here at the Alex G. Spano Center. So she likes playing here. Even not as a starter, she's coming off the bench really well.
She has the second highest amount of points with 9 for the St. Mary's Gales. Nice kick out there to Quinlan. Quinlan wanted the 3, but great job passing it. 5 seconds left. See what Gianna can try to do here. 3 seconds left. Amila puts up the 3. Oh, and it just touched a little bit enough for it to be a block shot as number 21 recovers it and is fouled. And again, there are those fouls that are just controversial, to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for me to I'm trying to sit back here and hold my tongue because there's a lot of things I want to say right now, but, it's not that I'm afraid that I'm going to get fined or anything. It's the fact of the matter is just I just can't I can't believe on what's being said is first free throw by Beck is up and good. She's now 7 of 7, but it's just...
You never want to blame a game on officiating, but there definitely has been some calls that I'm sure we'll talk to Coach Davis about in the post-game show.
I got to think about how to word it.
Nice bullet pass there to Simon. Simon's no good on that shot. Had a good look, but it bumped just a little bit. Nice job by Lighty being aggressive and applying the full court press. Nice defense there by both Chelsea Lighty and Naja Quinlan.
They got Brookshire wide open if they wanted to. Oh!
Ooh. Glad that didn't hit anyone as there was a long pass outside to number 10, Turner. But too much juice on that one. And it will be Tiger basketball with under a minute left to go. New shot clock.
They got to find a way to get this to about 10 going into this next quarter.
That would definitely look good, trying to get it under 10.
St. Mary's on a 7-0 run over the last minute 23, hitting 5 of the last 6. Tigers were 0 of the last 5 and 1 of their last 10.
Chelsea Lighty looking to drive, but couldn't. Naja Queenland will do it instead. Draws. I thought she dropped the foul, but they're calling an offensive foul. And it'll go the other way for the St. Mary's Gales.
I'm watching coaching staff. I mean, I'm very impressed with what Coach Bradley Davis is. You can tell he's not happy, and I'm kind of.
But you can tell he's keeping his demeanor, but we'll see how long that can last. As the full court press applied by Gianna. Number 21 breaks loose a little bit, stops and goes back out. 24 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Nice defense there by Chelsea Lighty. As number 10 will try to get a shot as she calls a play. Nice dish off to 21, inside to 12. And they're calling a foul on Emily Simons. It looked like she touched the ball, got all ball, but 12 fell to the ground. And no more shot clock, and the Gales can hold for a last shot.
Emily Simons called for that last foul, and I'm sitting there looking at it, and Naja Queenland's kind of up in arms. 12 seconds till each quarter so far. Gales have found a way to go to the free throw line each time, so I just can't believe it.
First shot, good by number 12.
Raggio is now 6 of 7 at the free throw line, so Gales are hitting their free throws. 17 of 21. Tigers only 5 of 7.
Not their usually normal game as she misses that one.
I mean, over the back, Beck's going to be called for that foul.
And the Pacific Tigers will hope to get one last shot off here with about 11.3 left.
Actually, it's going to be since it's over the back.
Excuse me, it's over the back, so it'll be over. Yep, it'll be free throws on the other side.
And it'll be Naja Queenland going to go ahead and shoot the 2. Queenland on the night, 5 points, 2 of 5, only 1 of 2 at the free throw line. She's got 3 fouls. A couple of different Tiger players currently with 3 fouls. Simons, Queenland, Lopez Segura, and Amelia Lee all have 3 fouls for the Tigers. And looking on the other side, only 1, and that's McKay. She only has 3 fouls for the Gales. They're looking at something right now. I'm not sure 100% positive on what it may be. They may be double checking on who the foul is on. But it's kind of weird. We only see 1 referee over at the table, so not sure on what that may be, but they signaled to the referee to go ahead and go, so must be corrected.
Naja Queenland will step to the line for 2. First one up and no good.
You know, it's a bad night when even they're not hitting their free throws. They're 5 of 8 now.
I mean, they are an incredible free throw team. That second one goes up, no good. Not something you see every day. And the Gales could look to get one last shot off. Well, actually, Amelia Lee will look to put it up in the quarter, and no good.
Wow.
At the end of the third quarter. We'll be right back here on the Pacific Tiger Radio Network.
In 1805, Lewis and Clark described in their journals a country teeming with wildlife.
Bison as far as the eye can see. Rivers churning with fish.
They wrote of scenes of endless beauty and of meeting more than 100 nations of American Indian whose lives were one with our environment. Now, imagine what Lewis and Clark and the American Indians they met would say if they walked the trail today. Would they be pleased?
There are herds of homes where the buffalo once roamed.
Or would they feel differently?
Something must be done to save what's left of this great place.
As we commemorate the Lewis and Clark Bicentennial, we encourage you to consider what's been lost and what we can do to preserve what's left of the trail that still winds through us all. Walk with Lewis and Clark and see what you discover at www.lewisandclark200.org.
This is a public service message of the National Council of the Lewis and Clark Bicentennial, the Missouri Historical Society, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back here to the Alex G. Spano Center on the beautiful campus of the University of Pacific. The Old Pacific Tigers 35, St. Mary's 51. John Mark along with Jeff Dominic as both teams make their way out. The starting lineup here for the fourth quarter for the first for your Tigers: Simon, Segura, Summers, Coleman, and Finney. And for the Gales, Turner, Raggio, Malden, Beck, and McKay. As I believe the St. Mary's Gales will be the ones Pacific will take out the ball at about half court.
if they're going to find anything to do, they got to find a way to get inside and get McKay into some trouble and hit their shots. I mean, it's just, I kind of was concerned with the letdown possibly, and right now I'm not going to say that it was true because there's other things going on here that are more important than a letdown against the USF Dons after that game. So
nice ball movement here. Everyone seems to be getting touches for the Tigers. About under 10 seconds left to go. Gianna will stop and hit the shot. No good. Number 21, Beck, gets the rebound. She is leading all scorers for the Gales. Number 4, Galland, calls out the plays. As number 25, McKay, comes out and almost loses it. Nice intent defense by number 5, Simons. Good ball movement inside to number 12. 12 will struggle a little bit. And it looks like it'll be Pacific Tiger basketball.
Yeah, too many steps. Great job by the Tigers. 3 players converged on 1 player. Get a little concerned with something like that because that means that 2 people are going to be open and makes it really weird on the transition defense. But great job by the Tigers.
Great defensive pressure. If they can do that for 9 more minutes, they'll be in good hands as Queensland has the ball up top. Great job by the Tigers. Everyone seems to be getting touches, trying to get a good look. Summers tried to put up the shot there. No good. But good job by Unique to get the rebound with 5 seconds left to go. And, Naja Quinlan tried to drive. Did not get the shot. Nice job by Desire to get the steal. And no good on the shot. So 3 good looks for the Tigers. None of them seem to be hitting for the Tigers.
Shows you exactly why that the Tigers are just struggling right now. They're only shooting 26%. And so there's more to this. It's not, we can't just blame referees like I've been doing apparently. But
no, I've been doing it too.
But it's also when you're shooting 26%, that's also affecting you too.
No shots seem to be, like you said, going in for the Tigers. The Gales, however, have been shooting 42% from the field. As number 4 tried to shake off 15, couldn't. About 9 seconds left to go in the shot clock. Nice job by Desire Finney to get the steal. She'll drive inside, try to go coast to coast. Stops, good job. Passes it back out to Summers. Summers gets the shot and 1. She'll go to the line to get the extra point.
Looks like Malden will check back in after the next after this free throw, or possibly right at the free throw, or before the free throw hits. Between her and Brookshire. Brookshire is, as we've talked about her before, that's on McKay's. That's her 4th. She's got 6 points and 13 rebounds, and she's going to probably sit for a very long time at this point.
Well, they did what they needed to do, like you said, put her in foul trouble, and
now do that with Brookshire.
And maybe you can score inside a little more. As Gianna will step the line to try to get the N1, and it is good.
Now I start to get scared even when she's shooting the free throws, just because of the way things have kind of gone out tonight.
8 minutes left to go here in the game. Your Tigers 38, St. Mary's 51. Number 4 gets the ball. Thought about driving, but did not. Passes it back out to 21. 21 trying to look for the open shot. Passes to 10. 10 being guarded heavily by Unique. Inside to 22. And almost stolen, but they're going to keep it. Gales basketball.
Once again, suffocating defense starting to really affect this team here a little bit. Now if they can hold on for another 10 seconds on the shot clock and maybe make some points here, we can possibly see a 10-point game or a little bit less. That's twice they've done this.
Jessica Blakesley checks into the game. Number 10 tries to put it up, and it is good for the Gales. As a long pass to Blakesley. Blakesley will stop. And I like the wise ball movement here by Pacific. Everyone trying to find an open person to get a look. As Naja loses it, 22 gets the ball. And the Gales will bring it back up. As number 21 gets tangled around with number 15. And she's not happy with that call. As it will stay St. Mary's basketball.
Head coach Bradley Davis is kind of going, she was losing control. It should have been out of bounds, which he's right. I kind of was watching it right here. Stoppage here. I'm going to call that on Naja Queenlan. Queenlan's kind of going.
That's kind of what everyone's been doing all night, is just really why, what? As the Gales will take it out again after that call. Number 10, long pass outside to number 21, being guarded heavily by Emily Simons. She'll kick it out to number 4. Number 4 gets a nice look, but no good. Rebound by Naja Queenlan. Queenlan wastes no time. Runs it down, stops with Malden guarding her. Passes it to Summers. Summers will try the 3, and it is good, which makes it an 11-point game as the Tigers seem to be coming alive here a little bit from the 3 line.
I like the fact that she's taking the shots. I hate the fact that she's taking the shots. I want to see someone else. Oh, nice block.
Job by Simons blocking that shot and into the hands of Unique Coleman. About 6:30 left. Gianna will bring it down. Nice pass to Cheska. Blakesley passes it out to number 30, Naja Queenland. Queenland back to Summers. Cheska Blakesley, you can tell, wants that 3, but the Gales are not giving it to her. As she will drive inside. Nice kick out to 5. Simons. Nice look, no good. And nice rebound there. Nice hustle by Blakesley. Nice job by Simons to get the ball. Cheska Blakesley will try the 3, and it is good.
She wants to contribute so bad, and I think that was it. I like the high screen and roll. Emily Simons gave her some separation, and a timeout's being called here, and we'll stay right here for it as Gallen hit the floor. I don't know where that went, but anyways, she may have just kind of went on her own. But I like the fact that media timeout. Oh, media timeout. So we can go ahead and wrap it up here. Tigers only trail by 9.
Yeah, well, we'll be right back here on Pacific Tiger Radio Network. John Mark, Jeff Dominic. We'll be right back.
In the great scheme of things, a minute isn't all that much. Unless you happen to have a stroke. All of a sudden, those minutes count. Minutes that could mean losing your ability to talk. Minutes that could mean losing your ability to walk. Talking, moving, walking, gone. Which is why, if you can get help in time, your stroke can be treated. The warning signs of a stroke include sudden numbness or weakness of the face, sudden trouble seeing, speaking, or understanding. If you experience this, call 911 immediately, because time lost is brain lost. Visit strokeassociation.org or call 1-888-4STROKE today. A public service announcement brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
Know the facts about African Americans and stroke. To join the movement to stop stroke, visit strokeassociation.org today.
Welcome back to the Pacific Tiger Radio Network. John Mark, Jeff Dominic, your Tigers trying to make a comeback here in a 9-point game against the St. Mary's Gales. And you got to love the offensive step-ups that a lot of players have done. Summers with 14. Blakesley hitting 2 clutch threes. You got to love the offense here as we reach 6 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter.
Of course. I mean, Blakesley is 2 of 5. She's gone after the 3-pointer. That's what she's known for right now. Being a freshman, you know she wants to contribute. Picking her shots, doing a good job at picking her shots. But right now, that high screen and roll that she just nailed that 3 on with Emily Simons creating that high screen has to make her feel good for her confidence and getting things going. I've talked to her before. This is a game that I'm trying to see. They've got all the teams kind of right there in the middle. I was just kind of not used to that, and all 3 referees are all together. So they're just showing where they're going to inbound it. Anyways, but yeah, so you like the fact that Cheska Blakesley, I'm loving the fact that the competitive spirit that Emily Simons has had right now, and that's not saying she never has it. I'm saying now she's just done such a great job.
The St. Mary's Gales will have the ball as Malden will try to take it out at about half court. Also, Mo gets one of the first starts here for the Gales. As number 12 with the fadeaway shot, no good. Nice job by Simons to disrupt the shot a little bit, and Unique Coleman got the rebound on that one. Cheska Blakesley with a 3 and is no good. Rebound, nice job by Naja Queenland with the fierce rebound. Gianna Summers has the ball, she'll drive inside, gets the foul call, and she'll go to line for 2.
Get up. Okay.
And she does.
Here's the thing is that I watched Gianna play, and last year was such a heartbreaking watch to see her get injured and not play as much as I'd love to have seen her play so much more. So when she hits the deck, and she hit the deck hard today, just now, it always makes me a little concerned. Gianna's going to hit the line to shoot too, so.
Well, Tigers in the similar position they were in the San Francisco game. Let's see if they can try to make a comeback here in this one.
That free throw's up and good by Gianna Ulu Summers, who right now, if you kind of want to think about it, which I'll wait for a second because I don't want to.
Yeah, don't jinx it.
I don't want to be.
Okay, say it.
She's 19 of 19 over the last 2 games.
Right. So let's see if they could do something a little similar here in this one. As your Pacific Tigers 46, St. Mary's 53. Nice job with the full court press. And it'll be Pacific Tiger basketball.
Hear the crowd. This is very eerily similar to what happened
Very similar.
more than 6 days ago.
Great job with the successful full court press to
5 days ago.
have Malden get the turnover, and Pacific will get the ball. Jessica Blakesley, nice kick out to Queenland. Queenland thought about the shot. A little bit of a wild pass there to Gianna. Got all excited there.
I didn't know she had 6 foot long arms.
Yeah, it'll be St. Mary's Gales basketball with about 5 minutes left to go. Looks like a foul call, which will go against, I believe, Unique Coleman.
You know, sometimes I wish I could go in the mind of head coach Bradley Davis just to see what he's got to say because it's just amazing sometimes what's going on.
We'll find out what he's thinking in about 5 minutes.
No, I once again, I've got to figure out how I'm going to word that one because I can't just go and ask him, hey, refs were interesting tonight, right?
Plus, we're not sure NCAA rules if the coaches are allowed to say anything.
Well, I just don't want to put him in that position. But I know that we'll be talking about the way that the Tigers were only able to go to a line. Right now, we're only looking at 12 times where the Gales were up there 22.
We're able to go a couple times. Number 3, Forcadilla has the ball. Tries to kick it out, but they're calling the foul on Gianna, much to her surprise. And like we talked about, a lot of weird foul calls in this game as number 21 will check into the game. I believe that's Beck. And Forcadilla, number 3, will check out. Number 21 checking it in under their hoop. Nice pass there, number 12.
I like the inbound passing or inbound defense by the Tigers. Last couple of times they've been able to find someone along the baseline, and this time not so much.
Number 14 trying to run it around a little bit. She'll try the shot. Good. Nice little look there for Malden, number 14.
Right now, the Tigers just can't. They don't want to afford any more fouls, so
they're
playing anyway.
Play any way they can. Number 30 has the ball up top. Nice kick to Gianna. Gianna will try the 3, and no good. Gets her own rebound. Kicks it back out to Unique. Great hustle by her. Nice pass into Simons. Simons out to Queenland.
I wanted her to.
Queenland will try the 3. No good. Nice job again by Simons getting the rebound. You can tell UOP wants that 3 shot as Gianna drove inside, did not get the shot. Rebound taken by the Gales.
I wanted Emily Simons to get inside and just go to work. I mean, I know she's not the normal typical scorer as well, but get to work.
And another foul call again on Gianna Summers.
It's the same referee.
It is.
I'm looking at the same referee do the same exact call. I mean,
Moriana Clayton checks into the game for Emily Simons. A lot of UOP players need to be careful here. Queenland has 4 fouls. Summers has 3. Simons and Segura both have 3 as well. Number 24 drives inside. Number 21 drives inside. Gets the shot and good. And this game goes back up to an 11-point game as number 15, Summers, brings it down.
Gianna with 16 points tonight. Same referee.
Same referee, same guy. And Jessica Blakesley will go to the line as Desire Finney checks in the game, this time for Unique Coleman.
Desire Finney at the team.
So let's see what the Tigers can do here with about 3:30 left to go. Long pass, but Desire recovers it. Being guarded by number 4. She'll try to drive inside, stops, kicks it back out to Naja. A lot of wild passes here. Summers will try to do what she can do. Tries the 3, and it is good.
She's got 19, but once again, I just got to have someone else kind of play. I would love to have seen it go inside a little bit more. But
besides her, the next player is Queenland with 5.
That's going to be on Desire Finney. She tripped Gallen as she walked or tried to get inside.
Well, that just shows you the calmness of Desire. All of her teammates were like, "Are you kidding me?" And Desire, it's like, it is what it is.
And you know, here's the thing: Naja Queenland is kind of like the spark plug. Desire is very competitive, and
in her own way, yeah.
And Unique, and Gianna is that competitor that we all wish we could be.
Right.
You know, It's just like she's just all over the place all the time.
Mariana and Naja will try to get the rebound off that shot, and it is good.
Still only a 9-point game.
It's still close with under about 3 minutes left to go. Your Tigers have the ball. Kicks it to Blakesley. Blakesley along the 3 line. Kind of playing an outside game a little bit as Mariana calls for it inside. But Cheska Blakesley will get the ball to Gianna Summers. Summers drives inside, back out to Naja. Naja thought about the 3. Davis wanted her to take 3, and Gianna shoots it, and good. And that is a 6-point game.
There's not a doubt in my mind that if Jessica Blakesley had the open opportunity, had enough spacing, she would have taken that 3. But great job by her, showing her even though she's a freshman, showing that she's capable of being able to hang with these girls, and did a great job by passing out of it.
Leading all scorers with 22 points as number 12 puts it up and in to make it a 8-point game.
Raggio, she now has 10.
You can tell Gianna wants another 3, but decides to pass it to Quinlan. About 2 minutes left to go here in the game, 60-52. Desire Finney drives outside to Quinlan. Malden fell to the floor. Nice screen off there by Mariana. Gianna takes side, tries the 3, and no good. Nice hustle there by Desire. Can't get it. Number 4 out. Kind of slows it down a little bit. That's a little interesting.
Not really. I mean, you've got a minute 40 to go. You're on a fresh shot clock.
Right.
Might as well. What are they going to do? For traveling called.
They're going to call travel, and it'll be Pacific ball with a chance to decrease this deficit.
Down by 8. You can almost expect every St. Mary's Gales player except for one probably going to be on the outside waiting for it.
Oh yeah.
Because they don't want a 3. They don't want a 3 right now.
Jessica Blakesley has the ball, being guarded by a Gales defender. Kicks out to Desire. Desire will try the shot, and it is good.
Gales are going to be okay with that. The Gale players are going to be okay with that. I mean, if you're the coaching staff or anybody like that, unless they call a foul on you, they're going to be fine with that whole situation.
They went outside. Desire went inside, got a nice look. As hard-nosed defense here by the Pacific Tigers. 21 tries shot, blocked by Mariana Clayton, but can't get the rebound. Nice defense by there, but couldn't finish on the rebound.
Mariana tried to hand it off to Desire Finney. Desire wasn't ready for it. Mariana thought she was going out of bounds.
Number 14 being guarded heavily with under a minute left to go. Still a chance, about a 2-possession game. Let's see what the Tigers decide to do. As number 21 will get the ball back, Jessica Blakesley. Guarded heavily by Mariana, kicks it out. 3, no good. And again, UOP cannot get the rebound.
You got to foul now. You got to foul now.
You got to foul as number 21 has it. And they do foul.
That was too long. You got 9.5 seconds that could have happened right there.
So no more shot clock in the game. Under 30 seconds, 29 seconds. And number 4, Galland, will step to the line to possibly put this one away.
Finney's going to. That's Finney's 4th.
First good for Galland. As Emily Simons will check in for number 3, Mariana Clayton. Naja Quinlan and Emily will try to get the rebound. Second one up and good.
Timeout's going to be
Bradley
called.
Davis wants the timeout. We will stay right here.
We'll stay right here, I think.
62-54. And
29 seconds to go. I mean, if Reggie Miller can score 8 points in a 8-second span, I think
Gianna can do it too, right? Gianna,
at
or
this
someone
point,
can do it.
She's doing better than most NBA players, so heck, why not?
Right.
I mean, Gianna Lua-Summers, 7 of 19. Started off slow, but she's hit 5 of 11 at the 3-point line. She's done everything she can, and I'm not going to sit there and say that I'm going to blame any one other Tiger player right now. I'm a little bit more frustrated behind some of the other stuff than the other one. Let's put it this way. I won't say that it's someone's fault, but when the Tigers are committing 26 fouls and the Gales only have 15, I'm going to say that I have a little bit of a problem with that. I can say it. I know head coach Bradley Davis won't say it.
Can't. The players might not, but we can say it. And I'm sure everyone in this building could say it too.
But you can't sit there and blame the referees when you're shooting 31%. There's a lot of other things that I can go off.
There definitely is a lot of other factors into this. As UOP will have the ball with 25 seconds left.
A shot away.
Shoots, passes to Blakesley. Blakesley wanted the 3 but got stopped. Nice ball movement here. Quinlan has the ball. She'll drive inside. Too much time. Blakesley gets the shot outside. No good. Rebound by Malden, and that is probably going to be the game.
Yeah.
As she will get fouled. And she'll go to the line with 10 seconds left.
Yeah, I'm going to keep this one short and sweet with head coach Bradley Davis because I know he's very frustrated by the whole situation. Desire Finney has been called. She's now fouled out for the contest, and we'll see Tyler King check in.
Tyler King, the freshman, will get one of her first appearances of the game. Shot up by Malden, no good. And Queensland and Emily Simons will be there to get the rebound if it misses. Second one up and good on that one. And UOP will try to hopefully get a quick three here. See what they do. Jessica Blakeslee has the ball, 7-6 left. She tries the three, no good. Rebound by Simons.
Now with 4.2 seconds, it's called it a good night.
Yeah. Good night if you're a Gale, bad night if you're a Tiger. Good night if you're a referee, as the Gales will get the ball.
Hey, you don't ever want them to be the center of attention, but tonight I felt so. I felt like they were.
That is the game. We will be right.
We will go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we'll have the post-game wrap-up here on Pacific Tiger Radio Network, 91.9 FM. Jeff Dominic along with John Mark Vaness. We'll be right back.
That's the Big Dipper over there, and there's the Little Dipper.
Rub the balloon on your head like this, and then it'll stick to the wall.
Brown shoes, brown belt. Black shoes, black belt.
Pucker your lips, leave a little hole like this, blow out, and that's how you whistle.
And that's why radios don't go near the bathtub.
Glasses, you idiot!
Remember, you're always teaching. Teach carefully. React with rage, and kids will learn it's okay to do the same. Keep your cool, and kids will do likewise. For a few quick pointers, visit actagainstviolence.org or call 877-ACT-WISE for a free brochure.
Well, a cow pie really isn't a pie.
Brought to you by MetLife Foundation, National Association for the Education of Young Children, and the Ad Council.
It's a final here at the Alex G. Spano Center. Jeff Dominic along with John Mark Vaness. Thank you all for joining us tonight. As the University of Pacific Tigers fall to 8-10 overall, and the Gales are now 9-9. Gianna Ulu Summers had 22 points in a losing effort for the Pacific Tigers, as she went 7 of 9, 22 points overall, like I said, and 5 of 11 at the three-pointer.
You want me to use your phone?
No, I'm good. I'll be all right. Head coach Bradley Davis will be joining us here shortly, but John Mark, we have to be. I mean, we know that head coach Bradley Davis won't say it, but you heard it in my voice. I was very upset by the calls that were being made tonight. When you have a team like the Tigers having 27 fouls and the Gales are only showing 15, it's one of two things. Either the referees took center stage and decided to call the game themselves, or the Tigers were undisciplined. I wouldn't say that the Tigers were undisciplined in this game. I think that there were very questionable situations, and when the numbers show the numbers like they do, you have to be concerned moving forward. And there may be a little bit of controversial times here when you talk to the referees the next time.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, you just gotta keep your cool. Don't try to stir the pot too much, and just play better next game, and then try your best to not foul and not get yourselves in these situations. Like you said, a lot of you could see it in the score. No player besides Gianna scored over 6 points, and that's an issue. And then there's a lot you could blame on the rest, but there's a lot you can say, hey, we didn't come out and we didn't play well, and that's why we lost 54-63 to a team that we should have beat. And if you want to be in first place, you got to beat the beatable teams. And I do believe that St. Mary's is a beatable team.
Well, and yeah, I mean, we'll sit here and talk about the refs because that's what I'm good at. But I wouldn't ever want to really say anything different because I want to look at the other reasons why it may go that way. But at the same time, the Pacific Tigers only shooting 30%, 19 of 64 overall, and 8 of 30 has to be of concern to you too. But especially when you're struggling like this, and okay, you got away with the win against the Dons, but you can't do that against this team, and you got to find a way to start scoring more because you go to Provo and you go play BYU.
Right.
And that's one question I'm definitely going to be asking head coach Bradley Davis because the Tigers go to play BYU on Saturday at I believe it's actually at a 1 o'clock game, so I'll be able to I'll probably miss some of it, but I'll be able to watch most of it overall. But you have to start finding ways to start scoring some points. Tigers were able to do that early on tonight. Now
Not
it's starting.
so much. Yeah.
Tonight, last couple of nights haven't been able to find some scoring, so you got to find another outlet to score some points. So right now, oh yeah, you can. Oh, you know what? We're going to be joined by a lady that has had a career high in points now. That is Gianna Ulu Summers. So yeah, go ahead and hit the record. Gianna, tough night tonight. I mean, it's been 22 points, so you did everything you could. It just didn't seem the way to fall like you did against USF Dons. I was looking at some of the foul numbers and everything else, but overall the shooting percentage was really low. And what was the discussion like in that locker room earlier tonight?
First and second quarter, we didn't really shoot how we normally shoot. There was like a lid on the hoop. So, I mean, in halftime, we just said we got to shoot with confidence. Keep shooting. Keep shooting. Like, everyone has a green light to shoot. We just got to shoot with confidence. That's our only thing.
Now, I saw there, last time we talked, you went 2 of 5, but you had 21 points, 16 of them coming from the free throw line. Tonight, it looked like you had a real big confidence in your three-point shot. You just, especially in that second half, each time that you got it, especially in the last couple of corner threes, you had back-to-back threes. It looked like you had a lot of confidence in your shot. What was the difference from the first half and the second half for your shot?
Well, they always say shoot better down there on close to our bench, which I guess is true. But, I mean, everyone believed in me. Everyone just kept telling me to shoot. So you keep telling me to shoot, I'm going to keep shooting. I just trying to get my rhythm back and everything.
What did you do for your 21st birthday? I have to know. Okay, what can you tell me what was done on your 21st birthday?
For family, we went to Dave & Buster's.
There you go.
Like under 21 people can come, and then any other 20-year-old, we just go out and have fun.
There you go. I like it. College kid, right? That's what you got to have fun with that. But anyways, okay, so this game's over with. You can't really sit on this one too much, but you know that you play a team in BYU coming up on Saturday. When you know a team after you've seen them at least once, what is that mindset like? After you've seen them once, what do you go into that mindset as you work into practice over the next couple of days?
We basically just look at last game and see what we did wrong. We got to fix those things. We got to be more dialed in. We know their plays. We know who their best players are. We know everything. We just got to stick to that game plan and then play us.
You're playing a long season. Last year, I know that you suffered a couple of injuries. And how's the body feeling now that you're playing a full season, the way that things are going? How are you doing right now?
Body's I'm getting old and everything. But I mean,
wow. The 21-year-old's getting old, everyone.
But I mean, we just got to recover our bodies, get some rest, eat right, see our athletic trainer, who's great. So she takes care of us, ice baths, recovery boots, and we're fine.
Gianna, have a great night, and hopefully the next time when I see you on Thursday against LMU, we can talk about a couple of victories coming up straight.
Yep.
So that was Gianna Ulu Summers having 22 points, 7 of 19, 5 of 11 overall, as she gets a nice 5 by her head coach Bradley Davis coming in. And, Coach, I'm going to kind of don't want to throw out too many excuses, but I was concerned when I see the Tigers have 27 fouls and the Gales have 15. I kind of watched your facial expressions. You weren't blaming anybody. I mean, of course, you got to play the games, and to me, it looked like it was very frustrating out there.
Yeah, there was some frustrating. I think the game was called a little bit in their favor in the sense that they were getting the inside fouls, and we weren't getting those attacking the basket that I thought were, in my opinion, from my perspective, they looked like it. They looked like we were getting some contact, and we should have been able to go to the line a little bit too. But you play the hand you're dealt, and we made our free throws decent. We missed a few more than we normally do, but we had to continue to attack, and we were missing shots in that first quarter and that third quarter, and we did a better job. We did a great job in the second, but in the fourth, I think it was just kind of a defensive battle, and some free throws both ways, I guess.
Also, I mean, because I don't want to throw out the excuses like that, because I also look at the Tigers shooting percentage, 30%.
Mm-hmm.
Gianna, of course, she wanted to really put the team on her back, like she seems like she does every time. But the other players had to get involved as well
Yeah.
a little bit tonight, and just didn't seem like it was able to fall that way. Some of it may have been just unlucky shots, but also some of it looked a little forced.
Yeah, we did. We forced a little bit, and we weren't getting great shots, I would say, a lot of the times. And yeah, your shooting percentage is going to go down when you think you got a couple going to the basket. Those don't count as shots if you get the contact. So no excuses though. Gianna did a good job in the second half of putting us on her back and kind of carrying us best she could. But we need 2 to 3 people to really step up and take that role.
As we start to turn the halfway point of the West Coast Conference play, I know we haven't seen LMU yet, but we're going to see BYU again. This time you're going to go to Provo. Regardless of the outcome, whenever you come to see a team for the second time, do you kind of scrap everything that you've learned from the last time, or how well do you input that game plan into what you've already know about this team?
Well, that all starts the night after our first BYU game. So that night you watch film back and you make some post-game notes and things you want to change up and things you want to do, and then you evaluate what they've been doing between the time we saw them and now, and the time we're going to, and you try to make some adjustments to better attack what they did defensively, as well as better defend them inside, because they really took advantage of us inside. So we're going to make adjustments. We have those set, and we'll get some rest tonight and get on a plane and then go to work when we get down there to Provo.
Thanks a lot, Coach. I appreciate it. Good luck in Provo, because I'm looking forward to that game. I know I'll be able to catch most of that game as have a little bit different of a start time than what we're used to. So I'm looking forward to that game. But good luck.
Thank you. Should be a good fight.
That was head coach Bradley Davis joining us on the post-game live as once again the final score 63-54. St. Mary's winning this game tonight. And before we kind of sign off tonight, John Mark, you got to watch out for that. I got to make sure I catch that that thing to make sure that I don't hit because that mic's on and it was a little loud. But anyways, John Mark, before we kind of cut off tonight, what did overall? I mean, just your thoughts overall about this. This game.
I think they need to start better. I think they didn't start great last game, and they start great this game. And they finished great last game, but they didn't finish great this game. They got to come out early and really do well. I think also, we've talked about it so many times, someone not named Gianna needs to step up. There's a lot of great talent on this team. We've seen it. And when your second leading scorer only has 6, that's very not good. So I definitely think that is something that needs improvement. But what I liked is I like the defensive intensity. I like their in the past 2 games, we saw it more successfully in the San Francisco game, their ability to come back and make it close and not let the game get too out of hand. But they need to close out, and they need to start well.
Well, there's that. And, of course, once again, shooting percentage was low, rebounding was low, right. Personal fouls were high, but that wasn't – I still don't say that was – I mean, really, and we started looking at it a little bit more. There was one referee that was actually calling almost everything. I mean, I think that if I kind of got a little close to you, I think I would have gotten called for a technical foul at this point.
Exactly.
It was just kind of –
anyone who touched someone got the technical. And, I mean, to your point, with the statistics, UOP didn't play their best game. We talked about at the beginning that their free throw game needed to be great. They're usually a 90% greater than 90% free throw team. Tonight, only 67. They just all around the board, from the refs to the gameplay. Again, it's the first game back from break. You don't know if that plays a factor into it, but just not their normal Pacific University basketball first place team right now, were in this game.
So a couple of programming notes as we kind of get closed up here for the night, and that's on Tuesday we will have a San Joaquin Delta College basketball game, doubleheader that night. I believe it's against I'm not going to go there. I don't have it in front of me, so I know there's a men's and women's basketball game, and if you ever had an opportunity to see the men's game, congratulations to the men's. They beat a really tough team in Santa Rosa here the other night. Yes. Santa Rosa, since we're on Pacific Tiger Radio Network, also the home of Alec Cobre, a former good
Former Pacific Tigers men's basketball
former
player.
Pacific Tiger men's
Played there last
basketball player. Santa Rosa, former basketball player as well. So for him, San Joaquin Delta College men beat that team 85-80 in overtime. It was a long night for me.
It was.
And the women's team also won handedly. I believe it was 84-54. I think it was the score on that one. But anyways, so San Joaquin Delta College men's and women's basketball on Tuesday. Thursday, we'll be back here at the Alex G. Spano Center for women's basketball, University of Pacific women's taking on Loyola Marymount. And then, of course, Friday we'll also have men's and women's San Joaquin Delta College basketball as well.
A lot of good basketball.
A lot of basketball coming up here in the next next week.
Definitely
So
stay tuned.
That's going to be an understatement because there's going to be a lot of excitement. I know John Mark's going to be with me for a lot of it. Pretty excited that he's stepped up for another half a semester, another semester for that. We're also going to be in the discussion of softball, baseball, water polo possibly. You don't know where we're going to be at. So anyways, for John Mark Vaness, I didn't mean to do that. Mark Itliong, who's always behind the scenes and always helps me out with 209 Sports. Thank you very much, man. For the entire athletic department, I'm Jeff Dominic saying have a great night, and we will be seeing you again next Tuesday, that time at the Joe Blanton Gymnasium. Once again, have a great night, and remember, you're listening to Pacific Tiger Radio Network 91.9 FM. We'll be right back.
So, which one's yours?
The one at bat.
Oh, that's okay, Chris.
Only my kid could strike out in T-ball.
Oh, run, Chris, go! Looks like he's having some trouble running.
Oh, he's wandering way off the baseline.
It's like he can't see.
Oh my gosh, his helmet is too big.
It's as big as a bucket.
You know, I must have gotten him an adult one. What was I thinking?
You're out!
Oh. When safety equipment doesn't fit, it's game over. That goes for your kid, too. If they're too big for a car seat, that doesn't mean they're the right size for an adult safety belt.